I get started. Going live in 3, 2, 1. And it should be live now. How's it going, everybody on YouTube? Trying to configure my audio settings in Steam. It was working earlier today. I know it does. The title screen volume is a lot higher than your setting. It will take my settings as soon as I start playing. I'm trying to get the microphone on Steam to read. It doesn't appear to be using my microphone. Record my microphone, okay. All right. I had to confirm those settings. Let me just go ahead and configure the microphone if it'll let me. Yeah, this is fine. This is fine. This YouTube sees this. How's it going, YouTube? How you guys doing? What's up, Nick Palmer? How you doing? Pika Mula Mouse, good to see you. Wrath of Wood, thank you guys for tuning in. We're going to get started very soon. Can you listen to the audio not on YouTube now? So mute the YouTube. I just want to make sure that it sounds good. Okay, so once I get the game started, the audio settings that I put in game should be good. So I should be able to press Shift Tab, and we'll get out of this starting screen. And then I will bring the volume of the game back up, and it'll take my settings. So you don't have settings right off the bat here, but they are in game. How's it going, everybody? I am Drifty from Driftwood Gaming, and in the game I'll be playing Dr. Ifty, the A-Train specialist. I am not an expert at this game, but I played it for, I don't know, a dozen hours or so, and it's pretty cool. I like it. Most people know me for RPG Maker stuff, but I also love sim games. And so when I was asked to play this game by Dejica Games, I enthusiastically said yes. So today we're going to be playing a city management simulation game called A-Train, All Aboard Tourism version. This is a very popular long-running series. My voice could go up. Okay, all right. So what I'll do is I'll start this, and we're going to go ahead and get started with... when I can get in game, I can adjust the volume better. I wish they would have made the options on the start menu, but it is what it is. So this is where we're going to get started here. You can do lots of things like create a business card. So we're going to create our business card. I'm going to just go through it really quickly because I want to try to beat one of the newer campaigns, but I don't know if I'm going to have enough time to do that, so I'll kind of go quickly. We're going to create a name, Driftwood Trains. Sounds good. I do need to mention I was sponsored to play this game. I was sponsored by Dejica Games. This is a game developed by Art Dink, published by Dejica Games. So going forward, everything is my own opinion, and this is just me showing off the game and what I like about it. And this is a very interesting game. I've played several sim type games, but this one's different in that it has a lot of story elements, and the end goal isn't to just make as much money as possible. So let's make a company. President named Dr. Ifty will be fine. You can select your logo design. Doesn't really matter too much. Let's just change it to this one. Select the color for your logo. We'll make it a little more green, more saturation, a little more brightness. We can change the design of our business card. Just a little bit of flair. Really cool. We'll hit back. We're going to select a scenario. These first two ones are the tutorial scenarios, the All Aboard Tourism and City of Hopes and Dreams. You can see the little leaf right here. These are your tutorial ones. I recommend that you run through these because this game is kind of hard. It's a little challenging. I think that it could be off-putting at first if you don't try to learn how to play. Like you will have to invest an hour or so to get the basics, but once you invest a little bit of time, I think that if you like these types of games, you're gonna love this game. It has a very unique spin on a simulation game with a lot of story elements, and I think it's really good. So one of the new ones that came out not too long ago is The Hunt for Nusshie, and it is a play on, you know, Nessie, but it's The Hunt for Nusshie. I really like this one. A suspicious shadow has been sighted in the depths of Lake Nishido, prompting a flurry of rumors and excitement. Could this cryptid have tourist attraction potential? So our goal, like I said earlier, isn't to get as much money as possible, like in other Sims, is just to rack up as much money as possible. And this one, we have special conditions, and each scenario has their own special conditions. For this one, it's kind of hard. I actually haven't beat it yet. I almost did, but I have not beat it yet. Hopefully we can beat it this time. Completion conditions are annual number of station users, 5 million or more. That's the one that I find really, really hard to do. Total railroad length, 20 kilometers or more in Morikita. That one's pretty easy. Total railroad length, 20 kilometers or more in Nusshie. That is very easy to do. Credit rating of AAA or more. It can be hard if you don't start right. In my first playthrough, it was impossible, and then I was able to do it after I realized how to get to that menu. So this game has tutorials built in, but we're gonna do this scenario, and I'm gonna just try to speed run through tutorials. Like I'll do my best to explain the systems in the best of my ability, and I'm no expert, but I think I got a grasp on the game. So we're gonna select this one. We're not gonna do the tutorial right now. So selecting the difficulty, I'm gonna put it on easy because I'm gonna try to keep the game moving, and I'm not going to pause it so that we don't get like static too long. Just explaining what we have here. When I first looked at this, I was like, what am I looking at? Is this hexadecimal? But it's really easy to read, and I'm glad they did this because it's easier to read than a long number. So what you see here is 43,724,270,000 Japanese yen. Waffles with a $5 super chat. Thank you, Waffles. Appreciate that. I am streaming this on YouTube. I have a YouTube channel. Check it out, Driftwood Gaming. So our brand power is strong. Employee satisfaction overflowing with energy. Interest 3%. We can change a lot of these things with some of the stock market perks, is what I'm going to show you right when we get started. Public transportation utilization rate 80%. So this is pretty high, really. Shareholder confidence. We start with a pretty good setting on easy. So I like this. This becomes really hard on standard, and on expert, forget about it. You're not going to beat it. Well, maybe some of you are experts, but I'm definitely no expert. We're going to put it on easy, and this is a good setting to learn. I recommend putting it on easy when you're learning. 100%. You should totally put it on easy to learn all of the systems in the game, because you will make mistakes, and it'll be better if the game is more forgiving for that. So let's go ahead and start the game. Confirm our settings, and then we're going to proceed. Our opening thing. If I had those initial funds, I'd run with the bag. Yeah, I agree, Nick. Those are some nice funds right there. Hello, the Jack. How you doing? We have a lot of people who are on the product page. Thank you for watching, and thank you for tuning in. Hopefully, this will help you teach you a little bit about how to play. This isn't a full tutorial, but I will try to teach as I'm playing the little bit that I know about this game, and hopefully it'll make your experience a little bit better. Please let me know if you have any suggestions or requests, but I'm basically just going to play through here. All right, so now that we're in the game, thank you, honey. Now that we're in the game, I'm going to try to get to the settings. I hope that the dev puts the settings on the main menu moving forward, because you can do a lot of things with the settings. There's a ton of them, but most of them only apply once you start a game. So that can be confusing to a lot of people who think that there are no options. There are a ton of options. So anyway, I'm going to read Secretary Ayaka Matsushima. Good morning. You have a meeting regarding the new project today. Allow me to show you to the meeting room. Morning, boss. You know why we're here, so let's just jump right in, shall we? As you know, we're an infrastructure development company established with the combined funds of the local government and a major resort company called ADS Resort Development. We've recently received a large sum of funds from the local government with the aim to develop the region, and we've also got our parent company's blessing. Thank you again, Waffles, for $5 and another $5 super chat. Appreciate that. You miss all the communities. Be back soon. Processing. Okay. Happy holidays, T and Drifty. Miss you. Love you, Waffles. Thank you so much, sir. to take over the railroad business from the local government, making us a third sector railroad company that manages the region's transportation infrastructure and develops local resorts. At the behest of our parent company, we'll be developing resorts in the area around Lake Nusshie, while at the same time bolstering the Hot Springs District's revival project that the local government has been promoting by improving the transportation system in that area. The region will be developing has a bunch of hot springs, all surrounding a gigantic caldera lake, and is a well-known and long-established hot springs resort area. But since development of transport infrastructure in and around the Hot Springs District is long overdue, the town's foot traffic hasn't picked up and business has stagnated. Although, since development hasn't really made its mark on Lake Nusshie, the majestic views and virtually untouched natural scenery have been garnering worldwide attention. We're going to be working on creating a scenic railroad in the area to serve as a foothold for developing Lake Nusshie into a new tourist attraction. Thank you, Mr. Karuizawa, for that very thorough explanation of our new project. Ms. Satoshi here from the tourism department will be coming here tomorrow to talk us through the precise figures we'll need to meet in order to realize our goals. For now, why don't we head out on an inspection and take a look at the current state of the region? So first of all, I'm going to go straight down to system. Here's where you have all the options. And you've got advanced settings where I have a ton of them that we'll go over, but I'm going to jump into sound and I'm going to bring the music down. We're going to bring the music down. We're going to bring the system down. And we're going to bring the ambient volume down. All right. So I can bring this up. And we'll get a reading on that. And you can let me know if that sounds about right. I know I was trying to talk over some of that intro. Like I said, I wish the dev would put that at the beginning. It makes live streaming it over Steam a lot easier if we're able to adjust those immediately. I had them set low, but they could always be lower. All right. Graphics. We have a ton of graphics. I've gone through here. I'm not going to explain all of the options, but they're there. There's a ton of options. Bloomed at the veiled reflection of the sea, time change. You have all kinds of stuff in here. Be careful with changing your FPS mode because it changes the game speed as well. I recommend 60, just leaving it on 60. You've got tons of options in the system here. A lot of the stuff is going to be hidden from the menus by default to make the game a little bit easier to understand. If it looks complicated when I have a lot of things on the screen, it's because I've turned most of them on, and that's a lot more things are available. So this game is a little complicated to learn, but that's only bad when you first start. Once you get the hang of the game, it becomes very, very fun because the game is very deep. So let's go ahead and save the game, and you can do all that from here. We've got autosave on, monthly save as well, and that's basically where we're going to leave it. We have tons of options. You can do all of that there, change the scaling and whatnot. All right, so jumping into the game, we're going to keep it going. We have, where it's 9 a.m. right now. The game doesn't appear to have started yet. So what we're going to do is click on this button. This is our pause. So the game has been changed to start and pause mode. I believe there were some people who were unsure, who were telling me that they didn't know how to pause it. But to pause it, it starts in pause mode, and all you have to do is click on this, and you're paused. So this is your speed. The game moves at a pretty slow pace, so you're going to want to do fast forwarding, and that's this button here. So we're going to keep it on 1x speed, but you can see as I move this up and down, the whole thing slides and the game changes speed. We'll take a look at the map in just a second. The controls they're pretty simple, but there is a built-in tutorial that goes over all the controls. I'm just going to kind of go through them and mention them really quickly. I use the mouse, so with the mouse, I'm left-clicking and dragging and moving around. I can use the mouse wheel to scroll in and out. If I right-click, I can change the view. So it is this like a 3D plane here. This is called the isometric view. You can also select this camera to put it in a free view. And this lets you move it all the way around. Look at those beautiful clouds, baby. Oh, yeah. Pretty big map. This is a larger scenario. Well, I mean, there's actually larger than this. This is a nice size scenario. It's a lot bigger than the tutorial. I'm going to stick in isometric view. I like this to help me stay organized and not get lost on the map. We start with Nakatsu bus stop, and the Nakatsu station. And our goal, if we go into reports, we saw this at the beginning. There's a lot of buttons on the top left. I don't really want to go through them one at a time, but I'll go through them as they're relevant. So we're going to look at the reports real quick to show what is our goal. This is a very unique game in that it doesn't actually give you a blank slate that says, hey, make as much money as possible. This is a story-based sim game in a lot of ways in the scenarios, and they give you custom requirements, custom completion conditions. And that's very different from other sim games like SimCity or Skylines, you know? So in this one, in this scenario, I think I already read these, but here is where we can find our requirements and what we want to accomplish in this playthrough. Obviously, making a successful playthrough and ending with a lot of money would be great, but our custom conditions are really what we should focus on, and all we need is enough funds to accomplish that. So for that reason, even though we're allowed to buy and sell different products, and that's a good way to make money by making freight trains, I'm not going to do that in this run. Also, I'm not going to just fast forward and play the stock market too much. But before we get too far in the game, I want to look at the stock market in this game because there are a few bonuses that you can get for being a shareholder. That's funny, Nick. I'm okay. You're not being sarcastic. The coolest things was the trains. Anyway, here's our 2 stations. We have our 2 stations, and they're right here. We're going to be adding a lot more stations. We're also going to be following the storyline. But before we get too far, I want to take a look at the stock market. I am reading chat. Love you guys. Thank you so much for participating in chat. So we're going to scroll down through here and find where we have subsidiaries. Oh, no, we're not. That's not subsidiaries. We want to look at securities, not subsidiaries. Securities. So here is our market screen, and you will have advisors that pop up and give you hints along the way. Very, very beautiful hand-drawn art. I love it. Is it pixel art or hand-drawn? I'm not sure. Maybe speaking too soon. It looks beautiful. It looks like it's drawn with a digital pad, you know, by hand instead of pixel art. But I really like these sprites that are in this game. They're very, very good looking. So in the UI, right click is to like cancel out and left click is to move into it. So in the securities, here is a really cool little thing I like. We have a lot of different stocks and we don't want to invest in all of them, but we do want to invest in many of them. So the ones that have a star on it are going to show you some bonuses that you will get for being a primary shareholder. On easy mode, the game lets you start with quite a lot of income, a lot of money. Excuse me. We have 43 billion yen. That's enough to be shareholder in a lot of securities. So we want to get our like passive bonuses in play so that it makes things easier going forward. The first thing you want to do if you plan to invest anything in a stock market is to find the first thing securities. Remember I mentioned earlier about the stars. If they have a star on them, then they have like a bonus. When we click on it, you see the avatar show up, the sprites show up with a little bit to say, a little bit of flair, a little flavor text that's really nice and cute. So first thing securities is really good. The thing about this one is if you invest in this one, you're going to get a bonus. You're going to get, let's find it. First thing securities, I had it clicked. There it is. We want to purchase this, and we can see this the star bonus somewhere. Where's that star bonus? Let's purchase this. We want to buy 600,000 shares or more, because if we have 600,000 shares or more, we get the bonus of a price reduction. I'm trying to find where it shows that. But anyway, you can see this is how much you need for the shareholder benefits in any stock you're looking at. This one, it says 600,000 shares. So this number can be confusing right here, but you have a 0 right here and then 1,000 shares. So you wouldn't really write 600 in here because you can only buy shares by the 10,000 amount as the minimum. So this is how they've made it. So I'm gonna click in 60, and this will make it so that 60 plus 0. So this is 600,000 shares, and I'm gonna hit confirm. And we purchased 600 600,000 shares. And because we have the thing, we got the shareholder benefits. Now this star is lit up and we have the shareholder bonus. Where does it show our share? There it is. You click on it. Okay, I found it. So this is a really good bit of information. When you click on it down here, it will show you what those benefits are. So for this benefit, it says discount on sale commission on stocks and shares. So now, because we bought First Thing Security, all of our commissions have been reduced by 100%, by 50%. So all of our 2% sales commission paid is now 1% because we're on easy, so it's a lower percentage of commission. And we're buying First Thing Securities, and we're a primary. We have 600,000 shares, so we are a big-time shareholder of this stock. So we pay less interest, we pay less commission when we buy stock. So we want to buy that stock first and get that bonus first. But if you want to look at some of the other ones, you can see the benefit for this one. Discount on sale commissions on real estate. If we buy and sell a lot of real estate, then you'll see that this is down. For the Steam. Okay, we're going to go through and look at all of the stars, and we're going to figure out which ones we want to buy. 10% increase in employee benefit plan. This is good for getting more workers if you plan to have a lot of workers. Another thing is to consider is how much you have to invest to become a shareholder and get the shareholder. Music still a little bit loud. Okay, thank you so much. All right, so let's adjust the music really quick. What we're going to do is go through all of the shares and figure out what is worth investing investing enough money to become a primary shareholder, because we want to get these buffs, and once we have them, as long as we don't sell that stock, then we're going to be able to have those like passive buffs, those bonuses for the rest of the game. We don't necessarily want all of them, but we do probably want a lot of them. 30% increase in company retreat plan effects. H&R Guide, 20% increase in supplemental staff. Sales commission, if we're going to buy and sell a lot of real estate, which we won't be doing, so we're going to skip past that one. Obviously, we went for First Thing Securities so that everything else we buy and sell will be a lot cheaper. Boundless Bank, 1% reduction on loan interest rates. If we plan to take a loan out, first thing we want to do is go to Boundless Bank. This is like a tips and tricks. If you plan to take a loan out and you have the option to get the Boundless Bank perk, you should go to the stock. If you have enough capital, anyway, and buy 600,000 shares to get this, because then you pay 1% less loan interest rate. And that may not seem like a lot, but when you're borrowing like billions and billions of yen, then it will add up. And the price that you pay for being a shareholder for this will definitely make itself back in the lack of interest that you'll have to pay. So that's a big bonus. That's a recommendation that you do get this one before you get it yourself in a position where you need to take a loan out. I'm not in a position where I need to take a loan out, so I'm not actually going to get that just yet. But we're going to keep scrolling. Look at Holiday Inn. Now, this one is a good one. 5% increase in the number of visiting tourists. This is definitely the most powerful one besides the First Thing Securities, because our goal, like I said, it's not to make as much money as possible in this scenario. It is to get a lot of tourists, and 5 million. So what we need to do is for sure get this one. Another thing about Holiday Inn is this scenario is primarily focused on tourism. So this is a stock that you're going to want to keep buying, even if it didn't give you this really awesome 5% increase in the number of tourists. So first of all, I need to see how many I need. So I need to get 600,000 shares, but I'm allowed to buy 1 million shares. So what I'm actually going to do is buy 1 million shares, because I'm going to continue to buy Holiday Inn at least until I am a competing tourist force in this, if I wanted to make my own subsidiaries and make my own hotels and whatnot. But for now, as we are putting down a lot more trains and a lot more ways to get in and out of the city, we're going to have a place for them, for the tourists to sleep and lodge, and this stock will rise as long as we're doing a good job. So we're going to contribute in making this stock rise. But before we do all of that, we're going to invest while the price isn't too inflated. So we're going to continue to buy Holiday Inn as much as we can. We're going to buy 1 million now, and I think in a week, I think it's a week game time or 2 weeks game time, we can buy more, and we'll continue to do that. But My second test playing through this game taught me that I don't want to spend too much in stock, because then I won't have enough to finish the scenario properly, and I'll be fast forwarding too much. So moving on to the next buff that we want to get, snail gas. What does this one do? 2% reduction in operating expenses for stations. This is a very good buff, because when you have a ton of stations, the operating expenses rack up. And let's go ahead and purchase that. What do we need? 600,000. We're going to buy 600,000 shares of that to get those benefits. Shareholder benefits gain, 2% reduction in operating expenses per station. This is going to help us just by owning this stock, which we could sell at any time and get our money back. Mostly, give or take. It's a crapshoot with a lot of these stocks, but a lot of these in the game here are pretty solid. None of them really tank too hard. None of them really skyrocket. So they're pretty across the board. Mostly move sideways. Some move up, some move down. But we want snail gas because we want to reduce the cost of our operating expenses at all of our stations. Toho power, this is the same thing. If we plan to have a lot of trains, and we do, we want to reduce the cost as much as possible. So we're going to go ahead and invest in this one too. We want that buff. How much do we need? 600,000 shares. We're going to buy that. 600,000 shares purchase, gain the shareholder benefits, and then we'll check out the next one. Do we need island technologies? What does this do? This reduces the expenses for the optimization operational efficiency plan. I don't think we need that just yet. All Japan wheels we already have. It looks like we own shares for this, so we don't need to invest anymore because we are already holding shares in All Japan wheels. Moving on to the next one. We're going to check all these buffs. We want to get them as soon as possible to maximize their efficiency throughout the entire playthrough. This game has a lot of this sort of thing going on. You don't necessarily have to jump into the stock market and min-max your stats, your buffs, but it really will pay off if you're trying to crunch the numbers. We don't plan to buy a ton of automobiles as we want to use a lot of trains. So we won't be using like buses and stuff, but you can use a lot of buses. So looking at the next one, reduce the base price for trains. We're going to get this one as well. Take a look at what we need. It says right here, 600,000 shares required. So we're going to purchase 600,000 shares and we will gain the shareholder benefits. The next one, 3% reduction in material price. Like I said, we're not going to get this one because we don't plan to ship goods very much just to make money. I'm not going to do the freight train, even though it wouldn't be a terrible idea. And you could totally do that in this one. If you do decide to buy and sell goods, you would want this one to reduce the price of what you're paying for those. Galaxy Oil, reduce in operating expenses for automobiles. We're not going to have buses, so that's not going to help us too much. 10% reduction in demolition expenses for train lines, buildings, and other structures. Now, when you're thinking about like laying tracks, you're like, well, I'm not going to waste a lot of money on destroying my tracks. But trust me, you're going to make mistakes. This game is pretty lenient with it. And this is another way that it's lenient. It reduces the price of your demolition by 10%. And this is a massive amount. It's really, really helpful because you will make mistakes when you have like trains elevated too much and the maintenance cost is too high. So you have to drop them down a little bit. So I recommend also becoming a shareholder of this stock as well. What do you need? You need 600,000. Let's go ahead and grab that. You want those shareholder benefits for destructive industries. Highly recommend that one. So this is another one for subsidiary. I don't think we're going to buy too many and set up too many subsidiaries. I'm kind of just going to boost the price of Holiday Inn and keep buying it and eventually sell it off when I need liquid, when I need to bring some money back in. So we're going to not really invest in that as well. Okay, so that's it. I was kind of led a little bit at the beginning, but you don't have to mess with the stocks at all if you want to play the game. This game is super deep. There's so much that you can do. Not that you have to do all of it or even most of it. You can get by just by placing trains down and setting up your logistics and your operating schedules and doing it that way. There's several ways to make money and to achieve your goal in this game. It's really kind of massive. I don't want to go through any more menus here. I kind of want to see the storyline. So what I'm going to do is crank up the speed to 5x and just kind of let stuff happen. And in the meantime, while it's going at 5x speed, you can see the train is zipping by. I can click on the, I think one of these cameras, maybe it's over here. On the trains. I can click on this train and change its operating schedule. I can purchase another train. I can set up new stations. The game, see, when I clicked on it, now it's tracking this train. And you can see that it's, you can see its route right here. There's a really cool little view. It's running in 5x speed, that's why it's going so fast. Normally it would be about this speed and you'd have time to look. And you can zoom way, way in. Right down to the pixel art. And you have more dynamic sounds when you zoom in too. Isn't that cool? I like that. Anyway, we're going to crank it to 5x speed. We have a lot of ground to cover. What I want to do is upgrade this station, because this Nusshie Hot Springs station needs to be upgraded in order to it needs to be upgraded in order to get 5 million. We need so many. Or is it 500,000? Let's go back to our plans. In our plans, we want to set up. In our plans is how we're going to get our one of our objectives, which is to raise our credit rate. So I really don't want to start a plan right now until I get to the point in the game where I can raise my credit score, because we do need to do that. So let's go to reports. As you can see, credit rating of AAA or more. It's going to be hard. I don't know if we're going to be able to do that. It's C right now, but it's still it's one of our objectives, so we can't just completely ignore it. I think the first thing that we can do is upgrade Nusshie Hot Springs, the station. So this is we don't necessarily upgrade the hot springs itself, but we're going to upgrade the station that brings in the tourists. So in order to get 5 million tourists at Nusshie Hot Springs, we're going to have lots of logistics going on to bring in the tourists. So we need to upgrade the station to accommodate for larger numbers, but at the same time, not too large, in order so that it doesn't, like, the operational costs don't bury us. So on its own, throughout time, as time passes, since we're moving at 5x speed, usually the game gives you a little bit of time to get your bearings and look at the map and everything before they throw the story at you. But now the story has come at us, and you can see that Secretary Ayaka Matsushima has come back to give us the beginning of, like, the scenario. Good morning. Miss Satoshi is here to see you. Thank you for making time to meet with me today. Without any further ado, allow me to explain the goal of this new project. Having received much encouragement from the residents of the area, the local government has been investing heavily in the Hot Springs District's revival project. You can see the hot springs are over here. I mean, it kind of locks the screen because they want you to focus on what's being said. But this little area where my mouse is the hot springs, and this train station is what we've got to bolster quite a bit to accommodate 5 million visitors at this hot springs area. It's going to be really challenging. We'll see if we can do it. In light of this, your objective will be to get the number of people who visit Nusshie Hot Springs Station to 5 million. Thank you very much, Miss Satoshi. Mr. Karu Izawa will now go over the facility planning that will need to be carried out in order to accomplish this objective. Let me fill you in on our company's plan. The development region, which is centered around Lake Nusshie, still has beautiful natural scenery and excellent views. Excuse me. We carried out a preliminary survey to anticipate the groundwork that will need to be done to create our scenic railroad and kickstart tourism development in the region. Thanks to that survey, we now know that we'll need to extend the railroad into both Morikita and Nusshie by at least 20 kilometers to establish our tourist route. Incidentally, our parent company has also asked us to further the trust, reputation, and enterprise value of our company via successful resort development. We have thus agreed to raise our credit rating to AAA or above, no easy task, to serve as a clear indication of this achievement. Furthermore, our parent company has stipulated that if we cannot accomplish our goals before the deadline, this company will be dissolved. So we'll be fired if we can't do this in 6 years, so we better try to get this right. Don't look so worried, Miss Matsushima. As long as we proceed strategically according to our plan, this project is entirely feasible. Exactly. No point stressing yourself out before we've even begun. All we have to do is successfully develop the resort area, right? You just gotta focus on that. You're right, of course. Work first, worry later. I'll do everything I can to assist, and let's all work together to bring this project to fruition. Fruition! That's a funny word. Bring it to fruition. Also, a nice little hotkey. If you middle mouse click, it pauses the game. I don't know if that was in last time I played. There was an update. So I think some things were updated since I last played. Oh, about a week ago. I mean, I was playing it today, but... Nusshie Hot Springs. Here's the resort. And here is the train station. So let's go ahead and get this train station upgraded. I'm going to left click. First of all, I'm going to exit the camera menu so that I'm not following the train. There. And then I'm going to left click here on the hot springs. And I want to go into my stations. And I need to upgrade this station. So let's see if we can upgrade this. Does it allow me to remodel this? Yeah, we're going to remodel this station. I have borked the game before by doing this, not going to lie. Like, I didn't know what I was doing, and I completely borked it remodeling this station before. Hopefully I don't do that again. I was able to get it right, though. So let's see. What we want to do is keep this same station, but we want to extend the platforms. I'm sorry, all of you guys with all of these houses. We really want to have... I think we can get away with 7 platforms. So we're going to use 7 platforms. I know we have to demolish houses. It's not good. But we need 5 million. So we got to have lots of trains coming to this station. That's my goal. I'm going to put 7 trains all going to this station so that they can come in here. It's a huge terminal, right? That's what I want. Platform length, I'm going to up it just a little bit. Let's go with 7. 7 for the platform length and 7 platforms. We'll keep the overpass. You know, this doesn't really matter too much. We can move this like that. I'm going to just keep that right there. Wait, hold on. Does that demolish something? Maybe I'll keep it so I don't demolish anything. Let's confirm our changes. So that's going to cost us money. You can see at the bottom where it would, it's definitely going to cost us money to do that huge remodel. It's also going to affect the town because we're knocking down houses in order to do that. We're buying property. We have to buy those houses, demolish them. That all comes at a cost. It's another reason why we spend a little time in the shares. Okay, so we've remodeled this and we've definitely got room. We can go ahead and just go back now and keep the game going. Wow, immediately, just because there's a certain amount of rail on each of these, we've increased the length of the rails in this region to 10 kilometers. That's a lot of rail that we immediately put down. So, I mean, that's good. Another thing that we want to do, it does cost money to, it costs you a decent amount of money to annex to another town. But you can see where road traffic from another town does come through here. So tourists will come on in cars and visit Nusshie Hot Springs by vehicle, by car. But we want to send the rail line out to annex to every corner of the map as well. Since we're moving at 5x speed, we're going to get a lot of the story. I do want to see a lot of the story in this playthrough. So I'm going to just go through as far as I can anyway. Morning, boss. I've got a proposal for you regarding the Hot Springs District's revival project. Here, I've put some documents together outlining a development plan for the time being. Take a look at this. What do you think about constructing a new station to the south here in Omi's metropolitan area, then connecting it to Nusshie Hot Springs Station? Having a station halfway between the Hot Spring districts and Asano should both increase the number of people using the station and help develop this town. Maybe put that word on the previous, it'll fit. Once the town's development has started to take shape, we might want to consider appealing to tourists from outside the region. That's what I was just talking about, yeah. If we can connect one of our lines to the east of Binuma, we could probably draw in tourists from Tomogai, which is right next door. It might be an idea to connect the line to Kihoro later on as well, in conjunction with our development of the scenic railroad in Kita-Kiyokawa and Lake Nusshie. Oh, also, The north side of the lake is dotted with logging communities, and the traditional houses that settlers of the area once inhabited have been preserved. Those have some historic value. So we could turn that area into a tourist spot in the future. You know, I never actually considered that. Must have not seen this last time. Maybe we put a station over there. That might be a good idea. But it's a bit removed from the hot spring district, so it'd be pretty expensive. It's probably not the best idea to extend a line out that way right off the bat. Maybe if we're already building towards it, it wouldn't be so expensive to just annex some more area. Well, I think I've given you enough to think about for now. I hope you'll consider my proposal. Okay. I was actually going to do that already, probably because I've done this scenario before and must have just anticipated that was the next step. So let's go ahead and do that. We're still running at 5x speed. Maybe not the best strategy, but I want to get through the story as much as possible. So I'm going to just keep it on 5x speed when we're not in a menu. So what I want to do is lay some tracks, and it's really easy to lay tracks. The tutorial will teach you, but I'll also try to show you real quick. You click on lay, and you can click on a specific type of rail if you want, but by default, it's got the right one. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to connect this place to this line. So I want to click right here, and that's saying from this point, I want to lay something down. And immediately, I want to set an incline that goes up and over this road. So I'm just going to hit next. Nothing costs money until you confirm, so be very patient and don't hit confirm until you've got your entire route planned out. This is a mistake I've made several times in the past, and that's why I invested in the stock to reduce the price of destruction of your own rails by 10%, because it's just going to happen and you're going to have to tear down your rails and optimize your route. Now, we've increased the inclination of our rail, and I do believe it does cost more, and I don't know about the upkeep of the rails themselves, but I got to imagine in real life it would cost more to maintain that. So I'm just going to assume the game, being as deep as it is going to take some of that into consideration. So we don't want to have too much of an elevated train track when we can avoid it. Now here we're kind of surrounded by town, which is a good thing because it brings in more people and the walking distance is good, but it makes it harder to make the rails. So what we're going to do is immediately start by inclining it, and then we're going to do another incline. And we want to extend it. And you know what? What if we undo that last thing? Let's undo the second incline. We'll just go to extend, and then I'm going to left click. And in order to place the pillar, it's going to have to knock something down. But what is the least damage I can do here? What is the least amount of damage I can do? Probably this one house. All right, we're going to take this one house. Nope, we're going to do a lot of damage, all right? It's just going to have to do this. It's going to knock down quite a bit. The only... am I saving any houses by doing this? We can go through here. You know what? Let's go through here. Let's go ahead and do that. All right, and then we can make like little check marks by letting go. And we can always undo. We haven't actually paid for anything yet. So this is where you kind of like take your time with it and try to do as little damage to the farms and houses as possible. Obviously, you're going to have to knock stuff down to make... I want to avoid blocking the road here. Kind of inevitable, isn't it? We'll have to build some more roads. The upside to this little swirly thing that I've got going on, besides, I mean, it's costing a lot, but there is an upside. It's part of the requirement. We have to have a certain amount of rail on the map. So now I'm going to do incline, but we're going to go down. We're going to do down like that, and we'll say next. And now we're on the ground level. We're going to go ahead and hit extend from this point. And extend again from this point. We're just going to annex. Boom. That works out good. And when we get to the edge of the map and we hit confirm, before I hit confirm, I'm going to make sure that everything looks good and like Obviously, we took down some houses. We messed up some roads. But we made an interesting little thing, right? We made an interesting little rail. And we put some track down. Now, by no means is this the most optimal way to do that. I'm not claiming it is. But it is a way to do it. And it should work just fine. Now, since this is connected to Nusshie Hot Springs, and it should be connected to the edge of the map, people can come by train all the way over here, as long as we put a train and we make that train. So what I'm going to do is hit confirm. And it says, do you want to connect the train line to the neighboring town? It does cost money to do that, but you definitely want to do that to bring in your extra tourists. So now you've got this little arrow, and you can notice if it's connected or not by this little arrow. So this two-sided arrow is going to signify that you are connected. This train line, this track is connected to the next town over and will bring in people to Nusshie Hot Springs Station if we put a train down. Let's go ahead and go back. Luckily, the game does pause during that. Otherwise, it would really be kind of hard to handle a game events happening in the middle of you placing train tracks down. Obviously, if I was playing this and I didn't have any time limits and I was going to play for a long time, I would put it on 1x speed or 2x speed, but we're going 5x speed because I do want to get through the story as much as possible and not spend too much time in just menuing. But we do have to stay in a lot of menus because there's a lot of menus in this game, and that's just the nature of it. What we do have to do now is put a train on the station because the track itself is not going to do everything we need it to do. It's just a track, so we have to purchase a new train. So let's go ahead and purchase a suburban train, and we're going to say formation. Let's give it 4 rail cars. Let's give it 4 rail cars, and we're gonna actually have to buy a lot. How many did we set up? We set up 7. We have 1, so we're gonna need to buy 5. Now, what you can see is right here you have a discount, and you're gonna have a 13% discount if you buy 5 cars. If you buy 19, you get a huge discount, but you don't want to sit on this many rail cars if you're not going to use them. I know we're gonna need more. I don't know if I should buy. I honestly don't know if it's better to buy the 5 I need now, the 6 I need now, or buy another 5 because I will use them. But for now, I'm going to be happy with a 15% discount and buy 6 rail cars. So we're going to confirm that. It's a big purchase. You can see the operational cost of these is right here. It's going to raise the operational cost of our entire operation by quite a bit. And then the total payment, we're spending 1 billion yen right here. And this is our money down here. This is 36,459,550,000 Japanese yen. So we're going to spend 1.3 billion yen on this. So it's a big purchase, but we have to do it. Purchase 6 trains. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is I've enabled in the options to allow the ability to rename. So I'm going to rename them. We're going to call this one the OG train. OG train. That's the original one. And we're going to call this one Track 2. Rename Track 2. We're going to rename this one Track 3. So when I'm placing them, I can see which one goes where. You don't have to name them. You can leave them Suburban Train 3 all. But it helps me to stay organized. I don't believe the rename is in here by default. So if you don't see it in your game, go into the options and click the rename, show rename toggle. Like I said, a lot of these buttons that are popping up, you don't see them in your game. If you don't see them, it's because they're not turned on in the options. Just go into the options. There is a ton of options. My only gripe about the options is I wish it would be on the main menu, but a lot of them apply to your specific game and your save file. Hopefully they'll add something like that in the future so that you can change your sounds right off the bat. Load the game, change your sounds. That would be really good. But like I said, there's a ton of options. So if you don't see a button that I'm clicking on, you can just go into the options. So keep on going and rename these tracks. Track 4. Track 5. All right, so what we need to do is place this train. So we're going to select Track 2, and we're going to go to Place. And then what we want to do is set it down on the track that we just made. So we're going to go ahead and just place it right in here. Boom. just like this at this station. Excuse me. And you see how the arrow is pointed down right here? We want it to go up, so we're going to change direction. So it's just going to be facing this way, and it's going to go up and come in it like that. We'll say confirm. Train has been placed. There's even an option to turn off that sound effect when you place a train. Oh, okay, so something else popped up. Opened the tourist thing. Oh, no. That is a gripe of mine. We're in 5x speed, and automatically it will track the train you just placed. So I wish it didn't do that. But also, another thing is a lot of the times the sprites will show up on screen and they'll leave you really good, valuable information and automatically disappear. I actually wish it would wait for input on that. I think that would be a nice addition. This game is still receiving updates. It just updated not too long ago, so I expect some things to be updated and fine-tuned and whatnot. But anyway, you can see immediately it is bringing in tourists, and you see the little bubble that pops up on these guys right here. It comes in here. It'll bring in tourists, and the tourists. Let's get out of the view. To get out of it, you just go to camera and you right-click, and it should get you. Oh yeah, you can also change your. I forgot about that. You can change the view of your camera while you're like following it. But I mean, obviously, we don't want the camera to keep jerking back and forth like that, so we'll just get off of that one. But anyway, let's take a look at our world map and what we've got going on. Here's our Nusshie hot springs. I've got the map turned around a little bit. It messed me up. So let's see. That should be up is up, down is down. There we go. So this is the island, Nusshie Shrine, where we're going to try to connect people. It's going to be really hard to get the rail to do that. It's expensive to have long rail lines and to make it work. Now you can see what's happening right here is this new train that I just plopped down is bringing in passengers from the neighboring town. And these are tourists that are going to this resort area, and they're visiting the Nusshie hot springs, and they're walking from here to there. So this is in walking distance. It's kind of a long walk, but it is in walking distance, and that's what's important. So this train station is bringing in people, and they are walking to the hot springs, and that is really the point of what we have to do for this scenario. So basically, we're going to do more of that. We're going to bring in people from the map south of us, the map to the west of us, and the map north of us. That's one of our main objectives. So that's our main goal. And so that's what we're going to be focusing on the most for this playthrough. But another thing that we'll have to do at some point is continue to check on our plans. At some point, we're going to be able to start a new plan that gives us the ability to raise our credit score. Now, in order to see this pop up, to raise our credit rating, we actually have to turn a profit for 2 years. So you can see right now, we're actually losing $29 million a month. So we're not really killing it yet, you know. We spent a bunch of money on a huge terminal, and we've got 2 trains running. It's not quite profitable yet. So hopefully we'll be able to connect more trains and turn a profit. Another thing that we want to do, unfortunately, it doesn't affect our earnings and it doesn't affect the credit score, but it will make us money, is to go into the securities every now and then, maybe once a month, and check on the stocks that are doing well. And if you know a stock's going to go up based on what you're doing, then you can keep investing in it. So I advise investing in Holiday Inn, at least for the first year while you're developing in this scenario. So I'm going to go ahead and buy another 1 million shares. So now I own 2 million shares. And in order to sell your stock, it's really easy. You just click to shares owned, and it'll show you all of the shares that you own. And so even if I were to sell this one that I just bought, I will still be a shareholder, I'll still get shareholder benefits because I have this first 1 million. So basically, I'm never going to sell this first 1 million, but every month or so, I'm going to buy more Holiday Inn shares, and you'll see that these should make me money as long as I play not stupid, and I bring in tourists. They're going to need a place to stay, so their business is going to go up. Wrath of Wood, how's it going? What's up, Nerd Mansion? If I was the bank, I'd been like, did you just lose millions of my dollars? Well, first of all, these aren't dollars, okay? These are Japanese yen, and that's significantly different than dollars, right? What is it, 100 yen to $1? I'm not sure. exactly, but I think it's something like that. So if it was 30, okay, now we're losing 35 million. Look, I'm running in 5x speed, all right? I'm trying to get through some storyline running in 5x here. But if you did the math, 35 million yen is what, like $350,000? Is that about right? I think 350,000. Okay, that's a lot of money to be losing, but we have a huge terminal. We just got to get business going. We just got to get that going. So let's look at our other objectives, right? It's not to make money. We have a set amount of money, right? And making the money in this scenario is not important. You can continue to lose money and still win this scenario as long as you have enough to beat the conditions. So that's our primary focus, is to beat the scenario. So part of the scenario's requirements is to have 20 kilometers of track in this section up here. In Morikita Village, we need to have 25 kilometers of railroad. It's really hard to do that without destroying a lot of the town. So I like to make like a loop around here, and I'm going to try to do that without... It's going to destroy a lot of town, and because I'm not a grand architect, you know, it's going to look ugly in certain areas, but I will get the objective done. Hopefully. We also need, for another objective, is in this isolated area over here for Nusshie, we need to have 20 kilometers in Nusshie, of railroad track in Nusshie. So we have to get some rail carts and some stations over here as well. What we want to do is set a train station over here where people can unload from the train station and visit this, because this is going to be a huge attraction, the Nusshie Shrine, moving forward. The story's going to mention it and bring up more information about it, so I'm going to let that happen. Even running at 5x speed, you can see the game's giving me plenty of time to establish myself with the map and figure out what I want to do with it in order to, before it's like giving me too much story. I'm looking for the next storyline recommendation, so I'm actually going to use another cool feature that this game has called the fast forward function. So we're going to fast forward because I want to see more of the story. And see, when we fast forward, different things will happen, and the storyline missions will pop up. Luckily, they will sometimes just give you a message saying, calling you. See, it paused automatically. I appreciate that. I like that. There is an option where you can turn that off. It's called automatic progression. And if you don't respond within a certain amount of time, like for a call or something, it will just skip it and keep it going. But since we're doing a scenario, and this is a unique game that has like this kind of visual novel aspects inside of a sim game, it's very different from other sim games, and I appreciate it for that. So we get another bit of our storyline. Excuse me. Morning, boss. I've got another proposal for you today regarding the development of the area around Lake Nusshie. So, you know that island located roughly in the center of the lake? Well, did you know that there's been a shrine to the spirit of the lake there since the ancient times? Well, the view from the shrine is amazing, and it's become something of a hidden tourist attraction. I was just mentioning it, and there he goes. All the more so because the only way to visit this island shrine at the moment is by boarding the ferry run by the locals, which sets out at regular intervals. This inconvenient situation has prompted the locals to request that the government build a bridge there to make their shrine visits easier. So this is our next objective. We're going to try to build a bridge that doesn't break the bank, because it's very expensive when you start doing stuff like this. I failed a lot trying to do this. All right, so we're going to do our best, all right? I don't think our company can afford not to make good use of that island as part of our resort development plan. It might even be an idea to incorporate it into our tourist route around the lake, so that it also passes through the area with the traditional houses we talked about before. Well, those are my 2 cents. Think it over for me, eh, boss? All right, so he's recommending that we make a station over here. Oh, something else happened. I accidentally clicked something regional. We're in fast forward mode, so a lot's happening. We're going to pause it. Or not pause it. Sorry. We're going to go into 5x speed. Fast forward is like 100 speed. So that'll get you going to the next thing. When you've got nothing but to watch the simulation play out, you fast forward. But we still are moving at a fast-paced 5x speed. You got another hour, another hour, another hour. It goes really fast. So what we want to do is keep it in 5x speed so that we can see more of the storyline. But we do want to try to make some progress and because otherwise we're just gonna lose money every month if I don't change things, right? So first of all, I want to, we are getting the guys in here, but what we need to do is try to make something that will build a bridge to bring in the big tourists to get people who want to see this. So I've never done this before, but I'm going to start by building a train station here and annexing it, connecting it, starting here, going to this station. So I usually just build a road and then I build the station, and I haven't really been super successful. So I'm gonna try to build a train station here. I think you'd need to have it near the resort and walking distance for the tourists to show up. But anyway, let's try to do that. So this could be a bad move, but let's construct a new station. I'm gonna select the ground station 2. And then I'm going to hit next. So where should it connect to? I want it to connect to here so that these two things can have people visiting. Because even if they're coming to go here, like if they stop here, I don't know if it'll contribute to the Nishiro Hot Springs drop. I haven't got that 5 million and I need to get that 5 million. So we're going to put a station here. You can do that by just left clicking and holding it. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to put this next to the road, actually a little bit away from the road. I actually want to rotate that because I want it to be kind of across like that. And I'm going to have only 2. I think 2 will be good. 1 from the left and 1 from the right. Oh, I have a good idea. In fact, this is going to be perfect. Okay, as far as platform length, I think I have 5 will be enough. So that's not destroying the road. That should be fine. I think what this means is it's within walking distance, the little bubble right here. So they can stop here and walk to this and visit. So people can, what I plan to do is create another station over here, but I want to connect the edge of the map. I want to connect the edge of the map to a station here and have 20 kilometers of rail tracks, a railroad, here to complete one of the conditions. And I also want to connect it to here to bring in those people, to bring the number up, which will also increase our money. And then I want to extend this so that they can decide to not go back off the map. They can go forward and stop here at Nishiro Hot Springs. And if they stop at Nishiro Hot Springs, there's a good chance that they're going to visit, or if the station, there's a good chance that they'll actually visit the hot springs. And so we'll bring in more people at that station. So I'm hoping that will work. Anyway, there is a strategy. We'll see if it actually works. I'm not sure, but we'll give it a shot, right? So we have a new station. It is not done yet. When you place a new station, it doesn't just immediately happen. It takes a while for it to happen. So I'm going to exit out of construct and we're going to go ahead and go back. So this station is plopped down and we're going at 5x speed. Hey, congratulations. Our total railroad length has reached 20 kilometers. I'm not sure that's in the zone that we needed to be in, but we'll go ahead and take a look at that, our plans. Actually, it's our reports. Our current objectives, we need to be strategic if we want to fulfill things. So we've got 34,000 of the 5 million we need. We also don't have any railroad track in Morikita or Nusshiro. So we have to put them there, and we haven't made money for 2 years, so we can't get our credit rating at all. So, you know, it's the beginning of the game. We're kind of seeing the story. We're going over some introductory stuff. Hopefully, we'll have a successful year. I'm not inclined to fast forward too much if we're failing really bad at making money, because in order to raise our credit, we have to be profitable for 2 years, to my understanding. Otherwise, it won't show up in your plans. Or at least 2 years has to have passed. It does show up at some point. I think when it's mentioned, it shows up. Anyway, we want to lay some tracks down. Let's go ahead and turn this so that I can see what I'm doing. And I want to see if it's possible to connect this one. This tree is in the way. Let me turn it like this. Let's connect here. And we want to connect this track. This might be super expensive. Let's go like this. Actually, let's go like this and incline. Maybe we can have the road not be destroyed. That would be great. Next, and then we want to click on extend. Let's zoom in a little bit and click like this. Good, I didn't destroy the road. Fantastic. Okay, so now what we want to do is put a station inside the town. And we want to connect these stations with a 2-rail track. So if I put one right here, and if I do an incline and go down, wait, I have to do something different. It won't let me go straight? I don't want to knock down that. So I'm going to actually go back and undo the last one. All right, sometimes you have to do that. Sorry about that. Let's just go like this. We do need some space, so there we go. That looks a little bit better. Let's go ahead and do incline. I need to bring this down. Let me go straight. Beautiful. We will knock down one house or so. Probably more. Okay, that'll work. We don't want to confirm until we're there. Hold up. Did that not go? Incline? Yeah, next. Okay. And now we're back on ground level. I want to put a train station. So, yeah, I think this is a nice little spot right here. We want to put it where there's a good group of houses, because that will help to be a good spot. So I'm going to confirm this. It's not completed yet, but there's also no trains on it, so it's not a big deal. But what we need to do is place a station, a receiving station, which is going to be where people can unload from town to town, as well as like a staging point to go visit the tourist attraction. So let's construct a new station. We're going to do ground station 5 here. Next. There's definitely no shortage of things to do in this game. It is incredibly deep. We're going to buy this land, and we're going to buy the house, buy the land. We need 2 platforms, and we need to be at least 5 length. Maybe we have to move it. All right, so let's go ahead and move it. This road's going to go. We're going to have to say goodbye to that road, but that'll let us extend this to 5 with 2 platforms. All right, so that will work. Ground level station 5. That will be under construction for a while. And we're going to connect it. Now it's time to connect. So I think a good way to go about this is to make a loop. We're going to destroy farmland. I mean, you have to make some space. You've got to buy land and demolish stuff to put your tracks down. It's unfortunate, but you want to avoid it. But if the city's developed already and there's stuff everywhere, it's going to be inevitable, really. So let's go ahead and lay some tracks. And what we want to do is connect this one. And we want to somehow incline. Can we? Oh, we have to go out one. Okay, what's going on? Here we go. And then we want to incline and curve it around the other way. The other way. Whoa, what's happening? Oh no, what did it do? That it made like a cross section? Oh, no. Let's undo that. We want to go out 2. Let's try 2. And then we incline. Excuse me? Excuse me, game? No, we don't want to do that. Let's go back. All right, let's just try this. All right, we're not going to incline. Maybe. Well, we have to, though. I think we've got to incline. Let's undo. We haven't actually spent any money doing that yet. Only until you hit confirm. It's really strange that I think it's because there's a road where the pillar would be, and it doesn't want to get rid of that road. Sorry about that. Let's just try. Maybe we'll use this side. You know what? I think we'll try this side. Let's hit back, and let's start on this side. Maybe this side will give us better luck, and I'll be able to incline. This road is messing us up. So I think what we could do is just have to... Oh, no. I don't want to abandon. Just undo. I'm going to have to go right here. and say, okay, this road is what it is. Now I'm gonna, it doesn't let me incline. What about if I go here? Now it lets me incline. That's what I wanted. This is what I wanted right here. Next. Like so. Incline, like, oh, it's doing the fourth thing again. Oh my gosh, come on. I shouldn't have brought it down, huh? Okay, I know how to fix this. I know how to fix this. What we have to do is undo the last one, confirm this, okay? But then we have to demolish. Remember, we're gonna spend 10% less for this. We have to demolish this right here. Demolish, confirm, yikes, right? But then we're gonna lay from here, and we're gonna connect this. Oops. From here to connect. Please? Well, that's unfortunate. Do I have to? Oh, is it on extend? Why isn't it letting me do that? That's confusing to me. Anyway, maybe we go to this one and try to connect it to here. That works fine. Well, actually, look at that rail. It does not work fine. I don't know why it would do that. Oh, it seems so odd. Okay, let's undo this. Okay, wow, we managed to do it. We did it, guys. Okay, confirm that. Beautiful construction. Swirly, swirly, swirly. You know what? It's almost like a roller coaster ride. Anyway, that's connected. Now we need to give it time for these two stations to be created. And we've made the bridge that we were asked to do. What we would like to do is to connect this side to... wait a minute. What is happening with this rail over here? Is it not connected over here? Oh my god, what the hell? I was pretty sure I had it connected. Okay. That's fine. That's stupid. Let's fix it. We have to demolish this and like down to here probably. Okay. Confirm. And then we're going to lay track from here and connect it to here. I mean, that was just because I had my camera weird. But anyway, that's all there is to it. I connected it. Now this is connected. And what I'll do is connect this side to another one of these 7 parts. Because we have 7 parts of the terminal here in Nusshie Hot Springs. So I'm going to get one of these and connect it up there. So we'll take the third one. And I will probably start by inclining and connect that. So let's lay this track down. Incline it. Incline it again. Extend. Maybe I don't incline it at first. Hold on. Let's just extend it out. This whole town is going to get messed up by my terrible engineering. I apologize, citizens. Incline. Let's do a little curve. We can incline twice and go over it. Next, we'll incline again. Extend, maybe. There we go. Now this will let us extend over the town. And we want to bring it down, incline down as soon as we can. So this will help us bring that down. Next, and then we'll do that again. Actually, not yet. We're going to curve first. There we go. And now we're on the ground level, so it's easier to maintain that. All right. Is that going to work right? It's a weird curve. Kind of a weird curve for a train. It's okay. It's okay. This game's gonna forgive me for having a weird curve. And it'll still work. It'll still work. Up is up. Come on, camera. Yeah. All right, let's connect this without destroying as much as possible here. Let's connect this by destroying as little as possible. What am I doing? I don't want that. I want to go across this weirdness, if it'll let me. You can see there's a mountain. This is a good thing to point out. At first, I thought you were unable to build on this because of like for whatever reason. But all you have to do is incline it more. So let's go ahead and go like this and do another incline facing this way. And then you can see that it'll let me go slightly farther. But we need to... I have to undo a lot. I'm sorry about that. Let's just go back. And we're gonna undo this because we have to incline it up again anyway, so we'll just keep it not ground level. Come on. You can work with me. You can do this. And then if we go straight out, and then another incline up, and another incline up. Then from there, if we say next and extend, where's our block? Now we can get over here. Okay. This is a little rough, right? But we're working with the terrain. And I think I'll be able to incline down and incline down again. There we go. We don't need it to be super high. We had to go over the mountain, so we had lots of... There's a lot of expenditure in this. It's costing a fortune. Like I said, I knew that was going to happen, but I was unable to do that in my last game, and I wanted to see if it was possible in this game, so... Kind of an experiment. Let's bring this to here. Incline down. It won't let you go down farther. Okay, hold up. Back. Undo the last change. Ah, yeah. All right, let's try again. From here, can I incline down? I can. Thank you so much. Next. And then extend. I don't want to destroy the road. Maybe I can get it without destroying the road. Please. Yeah. Oh, hold on. Which one do I have to connect to? The top is going to bring them in, and the bottom is going to ship them across. Let me spin this to make sure I connected it right. Hey, I did it. They're connected. Okay, cool. That's a lot of track laying. I know that's a lot of... Oh, shoot. No. I want to confirm this. This is going to cost 5.9 billion yen, but we're essentially building a huge rail across the entire, like, several towns and a lake. It's going to open up access to the Nusshie Shrine, and once we connect this station to this other, the other map, we're going to be able to bring in lots of people. All right. I know I need to lay track in here. I need to lay more track, but we're going to take a break from laying track. Total railroad length, 30 kilometers. Congratulations, our total is 30 kilometers. Cool. I mean, that's kind of an arbitrary number in this scenario. What we need is specifically Leonardo da Vinci's masterpiece, the Mona Lisa, is an exhibit in Japan. Okay, that's what I was talking about. I wish that would wait for me to press input. So what I understood from that was there should be an influx of more tourists. So if we look at our station over here, we should see bigger numbers because of that reason. Some special... the Mona Lisa's here in Japan, so like people are going to want to come see it. And so that will attract more people naturally. And then they'll also have to travel through our terminal, our little station. Now, that's good and all. I've got this connected, but until I put a train down, it's not going to do any good. Now, I realize that the other station isn't done yet, but I think it'll be fine if I place another station. Let's go ahead and place it. We want to place it on the third one. So this is train 3. So I have a little bit of a convention, right? I named it train 3, and I'm starting left to right, and this is the OG train. Then you got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and that's going to keep me on track. No pun intended. You can also see some things like right here, like how many passengers approximately it's carrying, also how much money it's making. I'm not making a ton of money. I'm trying my best. Okay. Okay, I think that is what we want to place now. So this third one is placed. It's going over there, and people, there's not a station that's built yet. So like, maybe I spent money too soon by paying the train operator and everything to bring them there. Probably was a bad idea to put the train down now, but I imagine pretty soon, going 5x speed here, the train station should be finished being built. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this and excuse me, and get off of this view so that I'm oh yeah, this is another view. It's like kind of crazy to look at in 5x speed, but if I put this in 1x speed or even 2x speed, put it in 3, it looks a lot cooler, and you can see the perspective of the camera here. Everything's rendered here. It's 3D, and since this is the front face of it, it looks like it's going backwards because we're looking at the back of the train. But we're gonna watch it go through the town. Boom! It's going. It's gonna go over the bridge. Well, it's on a bridge through the town, and then it's gonna go over the bridge over the lake. And what's going to happen is once this station is finished being built, people can continue on to the next town. Isn't that cool? That's super cool that they give you the camera perspective for this. My design isn't the best, but the game is cool. And so they can get off of that station. Let's go ahead and get out of that camera now. They can get off at that station and visit that stuff here and visit the Nusshie Shrine. And within walking distance, hopefully, I think it is, they should be able to visit this as a tourist attraction. But also, once we get this other station up and running as well, see, you can see it's under construction. It's still not done, so it's not actually functioning or operational yet. But what I'll do is I will place a train on this track going to the left, going that way, going west. And that will bring in people from this town over here to go visit this shrine as well. But if they want to continue, I can funnel those people in from this station, and they can go all the way across the lake to the hot springs. So now what I've done is I've opened up this town's ability to visit Nusshie Shrine and also visit across. I right-clicked. I did something weird. I was holding left-click, and then I right-clicked, and that was kind of weird. I'm going to go back to 5x speed. Everything's still going? Are we good? Everything's going. Anyway, I do want to lay more track. Since I made this too, I want to bring in people from another town. So I would like to bring people from over here, from this left side, onto this right here. For two reasons. One, to bring in more tourists. And two, it would be really... it's one of my objectives. I really have to. So like it's a smart move to twofold, bring in more tourists that can go over to this station. And also I just need more railroad. I need 20 kilometers of railroad inside this perimeter, this area. And I also need 20 kilometers in this area. So that costs a lot to maintain. And I haven't found a brilliant way of doing it besides just placing a lot of ugly track. Like I imagine if I was more creative with my placement, it would look better for me, but like I tend to destroy a lot of ground when I'm placing a lot of track. I think 20 kilometers is quite a lot, but that, like I said, is probably my fault as an engineer. I am not a town planner, but I like to do that. I like to try to be, okay? And this is a game, and it's going to allow me to fail, and I can fail if I want to. I'm not costing the city a lot of money here, so if I fail the track here, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine, and hopefully we're gonna learn from it. So let's lay some more track down. Let's do what I originally said, and let's incline. Actually, I have a better idea. Because what a tip maybe is start from this side of the map and connect it from the outside. Because what I've had a problem with in the past is getting the right level of inclination of getting the railroad to be high enough right here. So I wonder if I was able to start laying track. Let's say right here. Can I do that? And then bring it down over here. It lets me do that. Brilliant. Okay, that's awesome. Let's incline this down now that we've gone off the hill. Straightforward, down. Next. Let's do it again. Next. Let's do it again. Okay, okay. Yeah. This is gonna work. Maybe one more. That might work. And then, where's our train station? Our train station is right here. So what we have to do now is connect this to this. Now, what would be the best way to not destroy the entire city? It obviously has to come in from the top. So I think if we just go straight across... I don't know. I don't want to destroy this because I need this for... This is a storage facility. This is industry. I think right here. That's kind of steep, though. Kind of steep. But anyway, we'll try that. Let's go ahead and try that. Let's go ahead and incline down a little bit more. And then maybe with this one. Will it let me incline down? All it has to do is let me incline down. It's not gonna let me. Okay, I have to undo the last one and try another approach. Sometimes trial and error is what it really requires of you. Incline down, please. What is this? Why is it doing this weird thing? Obviously, my inferior track placement skill is showing. Maybe now. Huh? Oh, I was so close. Is that going to work? Is that going to connect? Does that connect? Hold on, next. Hold on. I feel like that's one, like a single one too many. Like, what if I do that? Incline down? Oh my gosh, look at that. Why? It does not want to destroy the road or something. Okay. I'm trying here. What if I put it right here and then incline down? That's where it lets me, right? But I need it to be one less, right? One less. So put it right here, and then will it let me incline down? Why doesn't it want to allow me to incline down like that? It's so strange. All right, let me undo this. What if I incline down now? Will it let me do that now? Nope, that road says no. No! No incline for you! I'm gonna undo and go back a bit. All right. It's just I have no choice when it won't connect like that. Now I'm trying to be strategic here. No. I accidentally right click sometimes. All right. What if I try a curve? Can I not here? No. My other option is to just I don't want to demolish that, so I'm not going to do that. All right, incline down here then. Maybe a curve. Wow, one more. One more. Oh, okay, incline down. Oh, that's going to work. That's going to work. Yes. Okay, and then bring it down. Baby. Yes, confirm. Okay. So, but did it connect to the... It doesn't appear to be connecting. to the town. It could... I know how to fix this. I know how to fix this. I'm going to demolish this one. Just this one. Confirm. And then I'm going to lay it from here to here. And then I'm going to say confirm. Yay, that's how you fix that. Nice little trick there. Connect this train line to the neighboring town? Yes, I would like to, please. Hey, now I've got this town connected to this point, this little point. They can get off of this point and get on this train. I hope, right? And then they can go to here, get off this point, visit Nusshie's shrine, and then exit to go through here and get to this point as well. I hope so. Let's go back and get the game in 5x speed. Congratulations, our total railroad length has increased to 40 kilometers. Okay, thank you very much. Appreciate that. All right. Now that we've got some railroads connected, I might just fast forward a bit because I need to get these stations built. Like, you can see they're not built yet. They've got like silos. They're under construction. They're not done yet. So I'm going to fast forward because I need these to be finished so that I can plop the trains down. Hey, is it done? I think it's done. Oh no, poor Ayaka. She's got to report. What am I going to do? I have to report to the president, but... what's the matter, Ayaka? Oh, hello, Mr. Goshiki. I need to check our company's credit rating, but it doesn't seem to be in the company's information report. Ah, I see. Well, I could just explain things to you myself, but it looks like an expert on the topic has just arrived, so I think I'll leave the floor to them. Huh? Who could be more knowledgeable than you, Mr. Goshiki? You're so mean, Aya. How could you forget about the fact that your best friend works in a brokerage firm? Oh, right. Sorry, Hina. It's completely slipped my mind. Please teach me your ways, oh wise one. Did you hear that? Haha, chin up, Hina. We're ready for your words of wisdom. All right, then. Listen up, Aya. A credit rating is a measure of a company's trustworthiness. Like, is this company operating properly? Is this company likely to be able to return the money it's borrowed? Our credit rating will only be visible on our company information report once we've held an initial public offering. So we need to do an IPO. Being able to hold an initial public offering means that your company is stable, and that fact makes your company more trustworthy. I see. So we're going to need to hold an initial public offering first? I didn't know that. Thanks, Hina. You're welcome. If you ever need more wisdom, you know who to turn to. All right, so let's go ahead and put it in 5x speed. Oh, we got something. Open tourist route from something. Thank you for launching the... Oh, I really wish that wouldn't be... I wish it wouldn't just automatically go, because it's hard to read at the speed that it disappears. So it would be really cool if it was able to... If we were... At least an option to, like, click... Wait for click. Just wait for click. So this station appears to be done. We're running at 5x speed and fast forward, so we really need to place some trains now in order for it to, like, be used properly. So what I'm going to do is actually, how many do I have over here? I'm gonna rename one. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I should have bought more buses, but I was wondering, do I pay the operational cost on those buses if they're not placed? I don't think so, right? I just own them. So it wouldn't have been a bad idea to buy more at the beginning to get a bigger discount, because I obviously going to have 7 over here. That's why I bought 7, but I do need another one for over here. Actually, I need 2. I need one that goes from here to here, and I need one that goes from here to off the map. So I'm going to use 6 and 7 right now. In fact, I'll rename them. I'm going to call this West Train 1 and West Train 2 to help me remember what it's doing. West Train 2. And I'll buy 6 and 7 as I need them. Maybe in a bigger bulk buy so that, yeah, I didn't even trick it. Thank you. All right, let's place West Train 1 here. From left to right, that'll help me remember. I'll change its direction. Let's bring it up 1. Just like that. And confirm that. Train placed. Now what we can do is go into the operating schedule and like really tweak everything. It would make sense not to run it 24/7. but it gets kind of overwhelming trying to do everything at once, and I only have so much time, so I'm not going to spend too much time. The defaults are good, so you do have the defaults of it running all the time. You can cut down your operational costs by having it not run at night, but you do bring in tourists at night, as far as I can tell, just not as many. So I'm going to just keep it running because we have 23 billion yen, and we still need to get a lot of tourists. So let's go ahead and place the train 2 here. We'll place this right. Place it here. Change this direction because this is going up and out of town. Confirm. Train placed. So we're going to keep them operating, paying probably too much. I'm sure open tourist route to Kyoto. Thank you for launching a new tourist route. My department will blah, 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 so fast. So now that train is bringing in people from Kyoto. And hopefully they can transfer. Like, I know that they can leave the map and they can come on the map. And from the station, they can exit the town. Let's go ahead and click on this and go like this. I just kind of click on camera and then I do that twice and I left click. And that gets me out of it. At first, I kind of got stuck in the camera. I'm like, it won't stop following things. Just click on camera, left click and drag, and you'll like break out of the perspective. It's pretty simple. We're still running at 5x speed. I want to get to as much of the story as possible. We've got a train station coming in. So this will bring people to and from Nishiro Station from the Kyoto's next door. 84 people. Oh, look, it worked. It worked. Oh, great. Okay, and then they stopped here at this station, and they're actually in walking range of Nishiro Shrine, so that they're actually going to go... Oh, look, people are coming from both sides. It's working. I was so unsure because, you know, I never know for sure. I haven't played long enough to be sure. I just placed them and I hope. But it's working. They're bringing in people. Oh, I wish we can turn a profit. I've got this weird bridge, and I don't know if it's a cost-effective bridge. I know roads and bridges and tracks are very expensive to maintain, and I just hope that I've done it properly, and we'll see, right? We'll see if it works. If I'm able to turn a profit. Net sales are not as good as not as good as I'd want them to be. They're pretty bad. So I'm not sure exactly what I'm doing wrong. I know I could buy and sell and set up freight trains, but that comes with its own expense. And if you go to the goods, which I'll show you right now, since it's another feature in this game is very deep and we're not even scratching the surface. Like, I can have automobiles and set up buses and fix the roads. That's another thing I need to do. I need to fix the roads because a lot of my tracks have caused problems in the road. So, wow, we're bringing a lot of people in. This is good. Maybe I'm doing okay. I just need to watch my expenses now, and maybe we'll rack up some people. It's really cool, though. Anyway, I got distracted. I wanted to show you that there is the resources tab. You can buy, sell, and trade resources. But in order to do that, you have to set up a storage area. You have to make a warehouse. You can also basically craft with the materials you buy. It gets very in depth. And I know that like this area up here is really good for logging. I tried to do like a logging venture on one of my playthroughs, but I ended up losing. It took so long. I actually did make money, but I felt like it was a waste of time. I lost time because I spent time developing it. I put a station down, and it didn't really, like, it made millions, right? And I'm spending billions. Like, it made profit, but it wasn't really, like, it was so much work. And I destroyed the town with freight train. I wanted to stay away from the trade because I'm not good at it. But I'm sure that if you set up freight trains and you set up resource trading properly, like you buy from this Kyoto over here and then you sell to the right and to the south of you, you basically buy them at a price and you sell them at a higher price. And all you have to do is set up the freight train, storage, and the facility to unload and load. And you do make money, but it's really hard to get it right, and it takes a lot of time. The other upside to doing that, though, I wouldn't say don't do it, just because I'm not doing it. If you do have a construction with materials set up, your buildings and stations will build faster. So if you have like if you have it set up with the construction workers will bring in your materials and build the build everything faster. Like if you are building a new building or even another rail station, a train station, it will get done faster if you have that material stockpile. Anyway, I'm not going to mess with the resources too much because I don't have the time to do it, but it is an option. Another thing you could be doing is buying the land before you place, like I could have bought some land around this station, right? And then place the train here and then wait just some months and the value of the land goes up and you could just sell the land. So you basically buy the land cheap, you develop it, and then you sell it. And you make a profit doing that. But what I'm going to do is hopefully make enough money in securities. So I'm going to go back into the stock market and buy another 1 million shares of Holiday Inn. And then we'll also take a look at how they're performing for us. So let's go ahead and purchase. The maximum amount that we can buy right now is 1 million shares. So we're going to put in 100 because remember, we've got a 0 right here. So 100 plus 0. So it's like a million. And we'll confirm that. All right, so let's look at shares owned. This company is doing poorly. It has gone down, but let's look at how it's actually performing, okay? So the first time I purchased Holiday Inn, it was at this price, and if I were to sell that first initial purchase, I would make 8.1% profit, which is great. That is good. The second one, even though they're performing poorly, we have 1.8% profit on that. So even though they're performing poorly, I'm making money on Holiday Inn. Oh no. The smell of cayenne is going to congest me. It's fine. I'm not worried about it. You're going to be fine, honey. You enjoy your noodles. Noodles are so good, right? Spicy noodles are awesome. Okay. Anyway, we bought 1 million shares of Holiday Inn. Sorry for that distraction. I like to spend time in that menu. I know it's not the most exciting thing to look at. This game has so many good things to look at, and I shouldn't just be in the menu the whole time. Like, I do like the fact that I can just go to this camera and just watch the town develop over time. We need to look at our reports real quick. How far are we? Our current objective, we need to be strategic. Okay. So we do have 4 kilometers of railroad in Morikita, and then we have 14 kilometers in Nushiro. So Nushiro is developing well. We have quite a bit in there. I have another idea, and I think what we'll do is try to get this one connected to the north town, and that'll bring in people from the north, so that will also contribute to this 73. Right now, we only have 73,000. It does go up, like it feels exponentially. So the first year is very slow, and then it does happen faster and faster if you set up your infrastructure. But the first year also takes you the longest, and you have to spend the most time. So maybe I'll do some fast forwarding here. I've got a report for you today. The total railroad length in Nushiro has reached 10 kilometers. The route between the Hot Spring District and Nushiro is coming along nicely too. Indeed, and working with the Hot Springs District will allow us to generate even more profits. The charming townscape has already made it a tourism hotspot. Okay, so they're just like, hey, yeah, it's not bad. So what I want to do now is connect. I don't think I need another station, but it wouldn't be a, you know what I do? I should build another station somewhere over here that's got the highest density of people. The highest density of people that I can see. But another trick that I found when placing a station. Oh, what do we got? Congratulations, the annual number of tourists has reached 10K. Cool. We need a lot more than that. We need a lot more. Okay, a nice little trick is when you're placing a station and you construct a new one. Let's just go with ground station 5, sure. And I click it somewhere. The game will let you know if it's a good idea to put it there or not. Like, for example, let's just go for a cluster. Let's just say I put it out here. There aren't a lot of people here. What did he say? Let's do what we can to increase the number of passengers. Okay, so he's saying, ugh, that is not a good spot. And if you look close, you can see that it has like a circle around it, a box. It's got like different boxes around it. This is like the range that it's looking for walking distance passengers. But let's change that to, let's say, a more populated area. I don't know, maybe right here? Maybe right here. This area has seen some development. Unfortunately, we won't see a lot of passengers. So like he's saying, that's better, but not quite that good. What about right here? This place is developing quite nicely. We should see a lot of passengers. So what we want to do is put it here. Unfortunately, it will destroy some stuff, but that's the nature of the beast. We do want 2 platforms, and we need the length of 5 so that we can have longer trains later on if we wanted to upgrade our trains. We can do that without having to upgrade all of the stations. Maybe it would be more optimal to do all of them at 4, and maybe the operational costs will go down. Maybe. I hope. I think. I'm still learning. But anyway, we'll do that with 2 platforms. 1 to connect to the next area, and then 1 to go straight down to Nusshie Hot Springs. So we want to be able to connect, bring all the people here to Nusshie Hot Springs, but we also want to be able to bring people from the map, from the north to Nusshie Hot Springs. Wait. I have a better idea. Let's make this one simple. Let's put 1 right here. And the sole purpose of this one will be just to bring these people to Nusshie Hot Springs, because maybe that'll be cheaper. Let's try that. I'm going to try that. Okay, we'll put 1, just a single one. Began construction and then that. So what I was saying earlier about the freight trains and the material sale, like these storage facilities, like these stations will get built. Let me get out of there. Sorry about that. We want the game to keep moving while I'm yammering. Okay, 5x speed. Keep going. So this station will, right here it is, it will get built no matter what over time. But if I had like construction, my own storage facilities that brought in materials, it would be developed faster. I haven't quite got that down, but I know that there's an optimal way to do that, and eventually we'll get there. First day of summer, town's tourist reactions have been updated. Will actively promote and draw as many visitors as possible. Appeals, and once again, that scene right there is too fast. Hopefully, you can wait for click, because I can't process all of that information in 5 seconds or however long it goes up for. It feels very quick, and I think that could be improved. Right? There's a lot of good information, and I like that pop-up, and it's a great feature. Maybe wait for click. Wait for click would make it more useful. Yeah. Okay, so let's take... This is kind of congested on the north side, right? And there's also a house right there. Man, this house must be so loud. Whoever lives in these houses must be so deaf by all the trains that are going by, but it's fine. So what we can do, even though it will actually destroy more houses, this is going to be a busy terminal, and we need lots of tracks coming in and out. So what I'm going to do, we're going to have to get rid of this house. We're going to make a train track to go through here and connect to our new station, to bring in people from this town into Nusshie Hot Springs. That's our main objective at the moment. So let's go ahead and lay more track. Unfortunately, that's a lot of this scenario. We're laying a lot of track. So let's go ahead and do this and see if we can do as little damage as possible. Oh, it's going to obliterate everything. There doesn't need to be a road here, so we can get rid of this road. Let's incline it. Go straight. Next. We'll whip it around. You gonna whip it? Can I please? Can I? Hey, that'll work. Straight across. How's our incline for collision here? I want to line it up with the station. Where is our station? It is down here, like this, like this. So it needs to go out this way. So maybe I incline at this angle. It's doing a weird thing again. Okay. When that happens, it won't incline unless you have like you start it from a different tile. So you essentially undo. I'm really happy that the game doesn't finalize your changes to the railroad or your roads immediately. Like you have to be happy with them and hit confirm. Otherwise, it would be an expensive mess. So I'm really happy that they do that. Let's try to incline this now. Maybe just go up. I think that might be better. Next. And then if we can maybe extend that out. Don't want to smash. Hey, that'll work, actually. And then it's going to whip around. And I know it's going to be longer than it needs to be, but we actually have to have 20 kilometers of railroad in this area. So, like, it's kind of like, it's not a bad thing that it's the railroad's a little longer than optimal. Because remember, our scenario requires, it has specific requirements. And those requirements are have 20 kilometers in this zone. So maybe we can incline down. Straight down. Yeah, these fields are totally gonna be gone. Maybe if it'll let us do another incline. Straight down. Nah, it's not gonna let us incline. So at this point, you go undo. You undo it again. You gotta undo it again. Oh, it's so painful sometimes. To get it just right. To do as little damage as possible. Incline down. Then we look at it. And then we say next. Incline down again. Yes, 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 yes. Then we hit next. And then we just connect it. Wait, is that the right thing? Yeah, that's the right thing. And then we can say confirm. And we've done it. So let's get out of this track laying thing. We 5x speed this and try to get this station developed. We do need to develop this station. I'm going to fast forward it. So we might get storyline progression. We might also... Is it done? It seems to be done. All right, let's go to 5x again. Now that that is completed, let's go ahead to our trains. Oh, whoa. Camera? Isometric. There we go. Let's go and place this one. This will be 1, 2, 3, 4 trains. We're going to place our 4th track right here. Bam. Oh, gotta click place. Bam. And change the direction so that it's facing north. Confirm that. Bum. We've placed another train. And this one is going to go from Nusshie Hot Springs into this, I forgot the name of the town, but it's South Morikita Station. And that is doing twofold now. We are adding more kilometers to our number of railroad, kilometers required in this zone. We have to have 20, so that added a few at least. It also is bringing this population into the Nusshie Hot Springs, and we need to get 5 million people in this terminal. Essentially what this... Let's get this camera fixed real quick. Hold up. There we go. Essentially what we need to do is bring 5 million people per year to this station. Nusshie Hot Springs Station needs 5 million people, so that's why I've got 7 platforms on it. And they're going to go from here, and they're going to go to this place right here. Japan's first ever convenience store is open for business. Apparently, it's just automatically going super fast. I wish it would wait for a click. Maybe there's an option and I'm missing it. Hey, Stephen Wegman, Cora Connor, The Real Tron, ELV Games, Heartless Angel, Nestor, Wrath of Wood, Nico, and everybody else I mentioned. Thank you guys. Appreciate you on the YouTube. Driftwood Gaming on YouTube if you'd like to subscribe. Mostly do RPG Maker stuff, but I do love sim games as well. This is kind of a visual novel RPG storyline thing mixed in with a fully fleshed out deep simulation game. I'm curious to see where we are at on our on our reports here. Are we getting closer? We are getting closer. We're pretty far off. Hello. I'm good. Thank you. 5 kilometers in Morikita, and I've got 14 kilometers in Nushiro. So I need to get 6 more kilometers. I have an idea. We're going to connect to the town above us to the north and bring those town tourists south, and we'll connect it directly to Nushiro Hot Springs to up this number a little bit more. But another one that's going to be hard, like this is just going to be hard to hit no matter what. But then getting the credit rating is going to be maybe our Achilles heel, because my companies are losing money. All right. Maybe some of you experts can tell me where I've floundered the strategies here. And this is don't worry about this spaghetti monster of this train right here. This is perfectly fine. This is perfectly fine. Nothing wrong with this spaghetti monster. I'm connecting trains. Let's connect another train. What we need to do is connect to the north town. I don't really think I'm going to be able to bring this one up, but I can use it from the south and cross around. So maybe we connect to the south first, and then we'll connect to the north. So let's try that. We're gonna try that. Let's get some storyline progression. Get the next storyline thing happening. Annual tourists reach 20K. That's good. More fast forwarding. I want to get some storyline. I like how it's got a mixture of progressions going on here. You know, our net sales are going up. I will say that even though we're still losing more and more money, listen, even though we're still losing more and more money, the ratio to net sales to cost of goods is different. It's like, what? Oh no, why is it? Oh, it's so fast. Oh, I really wish it would just wait for me to read it and not automatically go. This is a good one. When you have this little thing, it's like you've got a phone call, so you click the phone call. Let's click that. Secretary Ayaka Matsushima says, "Oh, did you see the news about the monster in the Lake Nishiro? It's really becoming the talk of the town." Oh, yes, that. There's no way that such a creature actually exists, of course. Must have been a trick of the light. Ha! You don't get it, do you? It's all about the theatrics. It doesn't matter whether the thing actually exists or not. It doesn't? Wait, you're right. I don't get it at all. My younger siblings are really into the whole thing. They've been watching nothing but Nusshie-related shows on TV lately. Kids just love that kind of monster stuff, don't they? I suppose Nusshie will continue to be popular whether it's real or not. For better or worse, it's upped interest in the Lake Nishiro. It'd be great if we could use this to our advantage somehow. Don't even think about it. Eventually, someone will prove that it doesn't exist, and we'll suffer from it. Oh, are you talking about Nusshie? You've got to let me in on the conversation. Come to think of it, you love this kind of stuff, don't you, Hina? Well, please don't go dragging my little brothers off on an expedition like you used to. I make no promises. See, this is very visual novel. Like, you don't get that in like SimCity and Skylines and other sim games. Like, you just don't have that sort of story writing, you know? It's just a different game, you know, apples to oranges here. It has similarities, but they're very different. So if you're expecting to play SimCity, it's not that. It's something very unique and different. This is still bringing in people. I'm worried, though. I don't know if the people that are coming in, like, say, from this station are going... Oh, no, they are, huh? 167. We got one. Okay, they are, right? If you look at the numbers, the train's bringing in these numbers, and this right here, they're leaving from here. Because I was worried that... You see how far this hot springs is? I was worried that, like, the people that are connecting to this part of the station is not in walking distance, but, like, over here it is. And I'm still not sure about all the mechanics, because there's a ton of mechanics in this game. It would take you a long time to master this. It'll take you a little while to even learn how to play it. It's very cool, very fun, but you have to learn by failure. You have to fail and mess up. I remember my first game, I had trains colliding into each other, but they don't actually explode. The game pauses and you get like this red exclamation mark and it's like, uh-oh, you've miscommunicated your trains. The game is in pause mode until you move one or both of them. And unfortunately, I had to like decommission one of the trains and change the schedules. But yeah, like that's kind of funny. Anyway, let's go ahead and lay track and connect the south town to the north. We are making, see, okay, we're spending 400 million a month, right? Okay. But here's the thing, we are still making 250 million. Like, we're doing something right to make money, but our operational costs, the cost of our goods is higher. Maybe let's look at our reports or something. Can we look at some of our sales reports? We got to figure out, what are we doing wrong? We got to look at some graphs here. Our railroad income is here. Our transportation income is here. Resource trade subsidiary income. Okay, so this is negative. I see reds. We're not making the road transportation income. That's for sure. By period or by month? Let's go by month. Railroad. So blue is profit. Well, blue is sales and red is expenses. And then you have income modification, what you're getting. We're losing money. We're bleeding. Okay. I'm trying my best. But road transportation, hey, you know, we're actually making money on road transportation. So I don't really need to plop down a bunch of new roads because obviously they're bringing in more money than they're costing. Here's the problem. I have too much railroad and it's costing me too much money. But the problem with that is the scenario requires that I plop down a lot of railroad. Like in 2 sections, there needs to be 20 kilometers each in just 2 villages. So that means I'm going to be spending a lot on railroads. So the question is, how do I make those pay for themselves? They don't even have to make a lot of money. They just can't be losing money. And I can make this work. Let's look at our resource trade. We've lost money on resource trade. I don't believe we've actually bought any resource. So maybe this was part of the tutorial. I did it for the tutorial. Anyway, our subsidiaries. Whatever subsidiaries we have at the beginning, they started off as an initial loss, but now they're making money proportionally. So these I don't need to touch right now. So don't mess with my subsidiaries. We haven't, okay, look, so this was the first part of it. 83 million loss. It seems like a lot. I don't know where that went, but like, we'll see. Roads, fine. I don't need to build roads. Let them just go and make a little bit of money. Railroads, that's where it's costing me in the hundreds of millions of yen. So I have to look at how I'm doing my railroad. So that's why I'm so hesitant to place more railroad down. But as a requirement for the scenario, I literally have to. So I'm going to. I have no choice. So let's place more railroads. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe our rail cars are too much. Can we go and edit our rail carts? So are we able to do that? Like maybe our stations are too many. Like maybe I need to have like size 3 platform with size 3 trains. Am I able to, let's just say, select this one and no, it says change formation. It doesn't let me. I'm able to buy new trains and place smaller trains, but that is a huge cost, and I've already become invested, so I can't do that. Quickly looking at the securities, I'm going to do it very quick. I'm going to go to stock market. I'm going to look to see if my Holiday Inn, I am making profit. Look, 10%, 8%, it's working. All I have to do is sell before it crashes. When is it going to crash? That's the big question. But we're going to buy another 1 million shares. Stock market. We got to take Holiday Inn to the moon, okay? 1 million shares confirmed. Let's go. Let's go. So I have like millions of shares of Holiday Inn here. Hopefully, before I go bankrupt, I'm able to sell them and complete the operation properly. I'm really happy that I was able to do this time because this is bringing a lot of tourists in. So I think a lot of people are coming in from this area to visit this right here. I don't think I don't think that it's contributing to this station, but I did connect it, right? So the people who are coming from the left side of the map to visit 240, like they are showing up, and a lot of people are coming here to visit the Nusshie Shrine. But I'm not sure if all of them are actually following through and going to Nusshie Hot Springs, because if they are, then it is working. Excuse me. Cayenne pepper, babies. Anyway, I don't need railroad track in the south. So I even though I think connecting it to the south would be a smart move, until the game recommends that I put a station here and bring people north, which I think it will shortly. We've been running at 5x most of the time. Of course, there's a lot of menus involved with this game. But I do want to connect directly from the north, because twofold. We need more visitors. We need more tourists in Nusshie Hot Springs. And we need more railroad track in this area, like period. So I think if I run one more railroad from this station to the north, connecting directly, that would maybe get 20 kilometers. Yeah, but there's a little bit at the beginning. So I'm going to try to do that. All right, let's try to do that. I am going to have trouble connecting the top part right here. And the OCD in me is demanding that I use this one next. So we're going to knock down some houses, baby. I need to buy your house. Excuse me. Excuse me. I'd like you have a lovely home. Please remove it. Okay. Now we're going to incline and rotate this way. That should be good. And then we will... I'm going to try not to incline again. Let's just extend and go out to, like, where's a good spot? Like, this seems like I have a nice little area. I would hate to go through Nusshie Hot Springs or the entire mission would flop. Obviously, I can't go left too much. I can't go left too much because I would be under the lake. I need to connect on this side. So I'm going to have to go through the town. Where's a good spot to do that? I don't want to put a railroad through here and mess something up. All right, I'm going to try something. Luckily, it won't actually take any money. If it doesn't work, I can undo it. So I'm going to go ahead and go here. And I'm going to try to connect like this. Yeah, baby. All right. Let's incline up one more time, straight ahead. Yep. And then we can go right over that one. Can we? Can we? We can't? We can't incline? Can't extend it? Okay, undo. What about if I just extend out? Yep, that'll work good. All right, so let's straighten it up. What we need to do is connect to the north. We're not going to go over the water. Excuse me. We don't want to go over the water, so maybe we can just go out like this, and then head up north this way, incline up one more time. It's going to let me? Okay, next. Can I go like this? Oh, that's brilliant. Okay. And then it's pretty, like, low to the ground. Maybe I can do a downward incline here. Yeah. How are we looking? That looks good. Maybe one more downward incline. Great. Because I think it's cheaper. I'm spending way too much on the railroad. Like, obviously, I'm not being optimal. Let's incline down. I would love to just make the most beautiful thing, but it's just not. I haven't quite got it, perfect yet. It's a hard game. I will give it. I will say that it is a complicated game to get good at. A lot of people can play it, but not everybody's going to master it. The tutorials are pretty decent. I mean, I've seen better, I've seen worse. I think they're sufficient. They're good. They do teach you what you need to know about the game. I'm going to have to incline up at some point back here. Hold on. Undo that last one, please. Let's straighten it out over here. And then I do need to incline before I turn. Maybe a curve incline. Incline curve. There we go. And then that'll let me go over the roads here. And then incline back down. Oh no. No. Undo that and undo that last downward incline because it's going uphill. You don't really notice it, but it is right there. So, come on, I need you to straighten it out. There we go. Right there. And incline up 1, please. And then straight ahead. Yeah, baby. Confirm that. Connect this train line to the neighboring town. Yes. So that's going to increase the, like, obviously we put a lot of money down for railroad tracks. That costs a lot of money. Congratulations, our total railroad length has reached 20 kilometers. So we're making progress. That was a lot of railroad. I'm not sure if that's the 20 kilometers that we need for that one, the requirement or report. Almost there. You can see we're making progress. You can see Morikita has 17 kilometers of the 20 required. So that's very nice. We need 3 more kilometers. I don't know if we have the money to do that. We're going to have to sell Holiday Inn, baby. And then we need 6 more kilometers in Nusshie. So let's go look at Nusshie and see if we can put that there. Guess what, boss? Something. I accidentally left click. Something about 10 kilometers. Not only is this line an important step towards linking Morikita and the metropolitan area with our scenic railroad, but it'll serve as a new means of transportation for the locals as well. The townspeople are depending on us, so we've got to keep this plan chugging along. Oh man, I wish I wouldn't have accidentally clicked. Wait, is there a way to go and look at storyline? I think I saw that somewhere. Conversation log. Yeah, look it. If you missed the storyline, you can go back. I love that. Guess what, boss? The total railroad length in Morikita has reached 10 kilometers. Right. Keep going. He's like, is saying, hey, you made progress. That's good. Keep doing it. So it's actually 14 now here, and it's 17 over here. So we just need one more connecting point. I wonder if I connect this to the north. Can I modify this station? I can, right? Oh, no. Shoot. Took me off the station. All right, let's click Nusshie Station. That's following it with the camera, which I didn't want to do. But we have it selected. Let's go to stations. And let's go to Nusshie Station. And can I remodel it and just say next and then have one more platform? It's not going to let me have one more platform. Oh. Why not? Why not? What about I change it to like it's ground? What about if I change it to this one? And I say, hey, give me one more platform. No. That's not going to work. That's not going to work. Okay. So what's the plan? I need to have more kilometers of railroad here. I was thinking, excuse me, my plan was to have another lane and connect it to the north, and then just have tourists from the north come to this station and then connect here and go here, because it would put 6 more kilometers. But in order to do that, I kind of need another lane. I don't want to make a whole nother station, but I believe that is my option right now. Okay, that is my option. But how is man, I messed up. In the next playthrough, I will make this 3 lanes, and I will have it connect to the left side, to the north side, west side, north side, and then also connecting you know, over here, which is the island, and then back to Hot Springs. For now, I'm. You know what? I have a question. I think a suggestion, an inquiry. If I have another railroad station close enough walking distance to this station, will they walk from one station to another station? Let's find out. Let's find out. I'm going to plop another station down. Oh, it's going to cost me so much money. Okay. Station 1. It's going to be right here. It's in walking distance of each other. It's what it's showing. So let's plop it down. All I need it to be is platform length of 4 with 1 platform. Confirm. Because they can go here, walk across the street, get on this one. Right? Right? Okay, so it'll begin construction of that. And what I'll do is connect this. I mean, we're going to demolish towns. This is not going to be great. Excuse me. Sorry about that. But we have to put 6 more kilometers down as we're just trying to meet our requirements. So let's plop this down. And am I able to immediately incline and do less damage? Not much less damage. Is that? All right, what if I incline again? What if I go here and incline again? Just straight up? Maybe. And then I can go like this. Incline this way down. Nope. Keep it higher so it doesn't destroy the houses. Next. It's still going to destroy so many houses. Gotta do what you gotta do, baby. All right. Then we go up here. Okay, and then we need to go here and incline. Straight up. Next. How far will that take me? Not yet. So we go here, incline straight up, and then will it go to the edge? How far? Nope. We have to incline again. Incline straight up. Nope. We got to incline again. Straight up. One more time. Incline again. There it is. Confirm. You want to connect it to the neighboring town? I sure do. There we go. So now we have people from the north coming, and they can go here straight to Nusshie Station, or they can go to Nusshie. Nusshie Hot Spring Station or Nusshie Station on the left side. And this will let them take this station, and they can still connect to here and there. And maybe I think we're probably just a little bit off of our requirement. I don't know. Congratulations, our total railroad length has reached 60 kilometers. Cool. That's not part of our scenario requirements. But let's check to see if we've met one of our other requirements. 19! Oh, we're so close. I have an idea. This is going to be weird, but it'll meet our requirements. What if we just have a little bit of extra rail south? Like, look, this one right here doesn't really go anywhere, right? What if we just have extra rail? Like, this is not optimal. I guarantee this is a bad idea, but it will meet our requirement. What if we go like this and then incline it? No. What if we go like this? No. Incline? No. What about this? I'm trying to just destroy as little as possible. And we just confirmed that. Is that enough? Does that give us the last kilometer we need? Please say yes. Please say yes. Back. Yeah. Okay. Congratulations. Well, I don't know yet. I know it gave us one more at least. So total railroad length 70 kilometers. This is a waste of money, but like it's not our objective to make money in this scenario. Going to reports. You've got to be kidding me. It's not enough. 19. Still? Wait, Moriquita. Is this Moriquita? Oh, Morikita. We can always check that by going to the government office, and you can see right here. We've initiated several policies to do stuff, and she's gone before that. I would like to be able to click before that happens. But if you click over here, you can see, oh, this is where I messed up. I connected straight up here. So a lot of this railroad is wasted. Atsuyama is its own thing. And I need Nishiro Village to have 20 kilometers. So if I were to, I know it's a cost, just destroy this connection and instead make it go from here, it would probably give me the 20. But I'm not going to do that in this playthrough. That's because it's just too much deconstruction. I've already made the connection. It'll cost too much to rebuild that and connect it. I think my better option is to waste some extra road to the south and run a circle and to get that extra 20 kilometers. I think I could have made it more scenic and had it curving more and less straight lines, you know. I could have made it more beautified, less straight lines. And I think that would have been a better approach, but I'm still learning. This game is a big learning curve, but it is fun and rewarding when you get good enough to actually complete the objectives. So let's see if we can get this objective. I'm so close. I'm so close to getting at least some of this completed. So I want to connect this here, and I want to lay some track, if it's possible at all. What? Hold on. Undo that. What did I click? I need to change my view. I need to click here. No. Back. This is what I want to connect to. And I would like to extend this. Is it possible to go here? This is not conventional. It's like very close to being done. Like, I'm sure this is very close to hitting that 20 kilometers. Really want to hit that. I got it. Hey, 20 kilometers in Nushiro. Lots of waste, lots of unoptimized way of playing. But it did work, right? So now I need to get 3 more kilometers in Morikita. I know that's possible with my strategy. Congratulations, the total railroad length of the Nushiro region has reached 20 kilometers. This will make developing the area north of Lake Nushiro a lot easier, and it should help improve access to the hot spring district too. Keep up the good work. That's another goal down. Yeah, I like that. Progress bars. Okay, so let's do the same thing. What I want to do is, from South Morikita Station, maybe connect it to the right, and have this also be like a staging point. I mean, I need more. Obviously, I need 3 more kilometers, right, in there. So if I were to just connect this to the right, what I'll do is check on the government office to make sure that I'm in the right zone. I'm glad she still said that. So you can see the cutoff line for Morikita is right here. So everything else south of here is in Benuma Village. So if I were to just take where it's at and extend it out or something and make it wouldn't work. It has to be up in this corner. So I have to go up and to the right. So this entire thing in here, in this section, is 17. And I need to get 3 more kilometers. If I go up and to the right and connect it right here, it might be 3 kilometers. This is 17. How much is 3? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Nope. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Pretty close. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to go up a little bit to like this building and then to the right. And I should be just over 20. All right. That's my plan. Hopefully I have enough money. I got 7.9 billion yen left. So let's try to make that work. I'm going to go and lay some line. Here is our track. Let's go ahead. Nope. I mean, well, yeah, sure. But we need to click here. And then we need to incline. not. No, 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 no. That helps nobody. All right, let's go like this. And then maybe incline now? Sure, sure, sure. Let's do that. And then can we go out like this? Maybe not. Maybe like out to here. And then incline curve? Can we get a curve? It doesn't destroy these material storage silos because that's what I really don't want to destroy. So I'll go ahead and, yeah, accept that. Let's go ahead and go out like this. We're going to have to incline it quite a bit because we're going to climb a mountain. So let's see how far we go. Okay, there's the mountain. That's as far as it's going to go. So we get to here. Let's start the incline to go straight ahead again. Oops. Nope. We want to go that way. Up. And then we can go this way. How far can we go before? Oh, that's it. That's good enough. Boom. Is that up enough, I wonder? I think so, right? Okay, let's confirm that. Do you want to connect to the neighboring town? I sure do. All right. Did we hit our goal? No. No, we did not. No, we did not. Because it would say, hey, congratulations, yada, yada. Oh, we did. It just didn't give me the no congratulations? No more congratulations for me? I got 24 kilometers for you there, buddy. Okay. We completed that. We completed that. I think at this point, oh, we had to wait a day. Congrats, boss. Morikita's total railroad length has reached 20 kilometers. This is an important step in our construction of the Lake Nishiro Scenic Tour Railroad line. Now we've just got to keep working on developing the other districts. Developing a huge scenic route that circles the lake entirely doesn't seem like a pipe dream now, huh? All right, I think I want to fast forward as much as possible. Oh, we can check our plans. Let's check our plans. Can we improve our initial public offering? Are we able to do it? We're unable to start an IPO because we haven't retained 1 billion Japanese yen of earnings or more. We have 5 billion in assets or more, so we do. We just have enough in assets, but we have to have a surplus. We have to have over 5 billion for 2 years, and we have to have retained 1 billion. Days required 120, and it'll cost like almost nothing comparatively. And we basically become a publicly traded company at this point, and we can really get a lot of cash flow. But we don't meet the requirements. Here's where we fail: retaining the earnings of 1 billion Japanese yen or more. We don't. So we cannot create an IPO. Therefore, we cannot raise our credit score. Therefore, we cannot complete our objective yet. So what we're going to do is fast forward. Hopefully, we close the gap between net sales and cost of goods. I do believe I've played well, but we're losing money. So I think what I'm going to do is try to ride over 5 billion. Allow me to take a reference photo. Please wait a moment while I record it. And she automatically takes a picture every time a new season comes, and I think that's pretty cool. I wonder if those pictures are stored somewhere that we can check out. Fast forwarding. I am fast forwarding. I want to see the company turn a profit, and I also want to read more of the storyline. So that's what I'm going to focus on for now. I've done a lot of the development. I want to see it play out. So here we got a call. Let's take this call. Okay, now that we've gotten all that boring work talk out of the way, do you have any new info about you know what? She's talking about Nusshie, isn't she? Huh? What are you talking about, Hina? You know, the talk of the town, the spirit of the lake, Nishiro. The one, the only Nusshie. We had a fun discussion the other day, but I don't think any of us were all that interested in it. Now that I think about it, there wasn't much thought put into that name, huh? Lake Nishiro's Nusshie? True. They could have been a little more creative. Something like Nishirosaurus, for instance. But we don't know for sure that it's a dinosaur, so that name might not work either. You know, it sounds to me like you're all pretty interested in Nusshie, in some way or another. Wouldn't you like to find out what Nusshie really is? Well, have no fear. Your favorite stockbroker is here to save the day. I have an idea. Are you ready for this? I don't think I'm going to like where this is going. I'm officially announcing the creation of the Nusshie Expedition Team. Who wants to sign up? Good luck with that. Just kidding. I'll help out. It sounds like it'll be a bit fun. Very well. I can't turn down a request from you. Nina. That being said, please don't go overboard with this. Great! If we're going to do this, I guess we're going to need a team leader, huh? Someone popular with leadership skills? Who does that sound like? Oh, Hina, please don't drag everyone around too much. Taking advantage of people's kindness like this is really a bad habit of yours. Yeah. I'll be sure to be in my best behavior. Well, President, you're up. Or should I say, Captain? I think this is a better... I can't think of a better person to lead our team. Hina, please. So what are we going to say? Leave it to me, or what am I meant to do exactly? I think the smart thing to say is, what am I meant to do exactly? Oh, come on. You got to think on your feet. No one's going to want to go on a date with you if you're a boring old stick in the mud. Hina, don't be so rude. It's my boss you're talking to. Whoops, I'm sorry. So sorry. Guess I went a little bit too far there. She's cute and adorable. I love our stockbroker. Congratulations, the total assets have reached 50 billion Japanese yen. Our assets are making money. Our net sales are going up. We are still losing money, but we are losing money on the annual number of tourists to reach 50. So I've basically planted all the seeds, and now I have to fast forward time and let the plant grow. Let it become a beautiful tree, a wonderful, magnificent, hopefully not a big money loss tree. A money tree. I'm growing a money tree. I just needed to make money. Come on, money tree. Make the money tree. I'm sure you can relate, right? We've done the work, and now the money tree needs to make the money. I can't have this gross loss of 150 million yen a month. It's too much. We got another call. Oh, Hina. You're here to fool around again, I suppose. I'm so sorry about this, Mr. Karuizawa. Hey, it's not like she comes around every day. Besides, we were talking business just now. You should give her some credit. Yeah, so anyway, now that we've gotten all the boring work talk out of the way, I've got an important announcement to make for about you know what. I knew it. Huh? You know what? What are you talking about? Nusshie, of course! I've done a lot of digging since we last talked, and I've got a few theories about the truth behind this creature's identity. The strongest candidates are the living dinosaur theory and the giant fish theory. I also considered a thing that came from outer space theory, but I guess that'd be a little far-fetched. I could also just be a piece of driftwood, hey, or a school of fish that someone mistook for a monster. Hell, it could even be a prank. Well, those theories are more realistic, but a lot less fun to think about. Personally, I'd rather just leave this kind of thing a mystery. Aw, but if we never figure out the truth, Nusshie will be labeled as cryptic forever. A cryptid. What the heck is a cryptid? You mean it's trapped in a crypt? No, Mr. Karuizawa. A cryptid is a creature that people believe exists, but whose existence has never been proven. Oh, sure. I've heard of those. I was just testing you. Uh-huh, sure. Well, we believe you. You know what? I see my gross loss fluctuating, but mostly going down, as in I'm losing less money a month. I'm going to see this as a success. This is a success. I'm continuously losing less money per month now that I've connected these things. So once I could get this company to lose less money, I could eventually get it to make money at this pace. And I'm also racking up tourists in this fast forward mode. I love that I can fast forward through a lot of this because we get to experience the storyline, which I absolutely love. And we can also see the foundation that we put down, you know, the plants that we've sown to grow. Let's take this call before we lose it. This is the traditional house preservation district. Apparently, this village was constructed to house settlers who worked as loggers in the forests here. How charming. It's quite deserted now, but if I'm not mistaken, this area was once a prosperous hot spring resort. It sure was, but after the hot spring boom died down, it ended up in this sorry state. Why, if it isn't my fellow Nusshie expedition team members? I bet you came out here to investigate the Nusshie rumors. Am I right? No, Hina, we're here on an inspection of the resort development area. Oh, speaking of rumors, I heard that some students were out here doing some kind of extracurricular lesson, and they saw this strange shadow in the water. She's just going on and on about it. Hina, You didn't listen to a word I just said, did you? Come on, you guys. What's up with that lackluster reaction? Don't tell me you don't believe in Nusshie. Isn't it all the more exciting because it's not real? I actually dig this kind of make-believe. Yeah, you say that now, but you get a load of this photo. It's a bit blurry, but there's definitely something big in the water here. It sort of has the shape of a dinosaur, but... It looks exactly like my little brother's plesiosaur figurine, but giant. So, what do you have to say now? Well, I thought it was just an intriguing rumor at first, but now I'm starting to think it might actually be real. What do you think, boss? I mean, does Nusshie exist? Of course it exists! Yes! I knew I could count on you, Prez. I completely agree. Nusshie is definitely real. You think so? Please don't feel like you have to humor Hina. Hey, show our captain some respect, will you? Now, team, we've come this far. Let's keep going until we've uncovered the truth. I like her. She's cute. She's adorable. Fast forwarding. We're losing less and less money. They're all going here to see Nusshie. Let's just stay focused on this. Even though we need 5 million people visiting Nushiro Hot Springs, it's really cool to see that this is where the big attraction is actually at. But hopefully I was smart about it. Okay, let me click this before I lose it. I connected basically every map except the southern map to it. I didn't want to put down more tracks, okay, because the cost of the tracks is really eating me alive, and I wanted to stay over 6 billion yen so that I can initiate an IPO if we start to make money. Otherwise, I would connect the south and try to get that 5 million. But I think even if we were to get 5 million, if I was unable to get my credit score up, then I'm going to fail the scenario. And I only have 6 years. Luckily, we've done a lot in 1 year, so we'll see how it goes. Tourism lead Rieko Sitochi. Hello, you two look like you're having fun. Hiya. Did you come here to uncover the truth about Nusshie too? Well, not exactly, but you're not far off. I'm just scoping out the area, doing a bit of research, while taking my usual walk. Oh, does that mean that the local government has also taken an interest in the Nusshie rumors? Of course, we're all just as swept up in this Nusshie excitement as the rest of the public. I knew it! So, are you planning some kind of Nusshie-related campaign? That idea was bandied about, but the local government ultimately decided to take a wait-and-see approach, neither supporting nor disavowing the phenomenon. Oh, what a waste! I bet if you created Nusshie Hot Springs or Nusshie Sweet Buns, there'd be a huge hit with tourists. Perhaps, but if we recklessly fan the flames of the rumors, while the region may temporarily experience a burst of popularity, it won't look good if it comes out later that there was no Nusshie after all. Moreover, there are also rumors that someone fabricated this story with the intention of making the news. I mean, I've heard those rumors too, but I choose to believe in Nusshie. I'm going to find a way to prove it exists with the president's help. I apologize if it's disheartening to hear so much negativity on this matter. For what it's worth, I also believe that it would be nice if Nusshie was real. Right? Well, you can count on us. The Nusshie expedition team is going to make that wish a reality. Hey, Colleen Webster, how you doing? Catherine McKinney, hello. Warlock Games, good to see you. Thank you for tuning on the YouTubes. Driftwood Gaming on YouTube. Fast forwarding because I want to get some more of the storyline. It's really good. Also, we are starting to lose less and less and less. Oh, no. Okay, it didn't go away. We just got an achievement. Annual number of tourists, 100,000. Cool. All right, let's take this. Wow, so this is Nushiro Shrine. You really can get a beautiful, unbroken view of the lake from here. It's just as you described, Mr. Karu Izawa. Right? The problem is how to go about developing this place. Indeed. If we're going to build that bridge, we'll need to consult our budget and carefully consider the most appropriate route. I blew so much money on the bridge, but it was important because this is where a lot of the tourists are coming. And so if this point wasn't connected to Nushiro Hot Springs, they also wouldn't be getting as many as they are through that station. So I think it was really critically important to connect this and Nushiro Hot Springs Also connecting those to the outside of the town. It does cost a ton, so we're losing on some of the railroad, but I think eventually we'll bring in enough people that it offsets that and the negative. So it's like making an investment, kind of like how a console developer will sell at a loss initially, because they know once enough go out, they'll make money overall by selling enough systems and volume. Anyway. Hey guys, what a quinky dink. By some twist of fate, the Nusshie search party has assembled. Hina, what are you doing here? Don't you have work to do? There have been reports of Nusshie sightings in this area, so I escaped from work to come check them out. Hina, I know how much you enjoy this kind of thing, but don't you think you're getting a little bit too into this? I mean, even for you? It's not that big of a deal, is it? Just let her have her fun until she's found an answer that satisfies her. I still don't fully believe Nusshie exists myself, but when this kind of info comes to light, even I can't help but wonder if there isn't some truth behind it. I feel the same way, however. I do think that neglecting one's job in order to pour all of one's attention to something like this isn't the best idea. I would hate to see you get chewed out by one of your supervisors, or in any other kind of trouble, you know? Oh, actually, I've been taking so many days off recently that my boss has started to take notice. Well, that's more than enough reason to stop investigating this Nusshie business and get back to living your life. I don't know. Maybe she's right. What do you think I should do, Captain? We've got to see it through or give up. It's not worth the risk. I hate to just shower her parade, but I also want to look after her well-being because, I mean, she's adorable and I don't want anything bad to happen to her. So I'm going to, it's so hard. See, I'm actually torn. Usually decisions don't seem to matter in a lot of games like this, but I don't know what to do. I kind of want to tell her we've got to see it through, but I'm worried it's going to cost her. But what if she's able to like switch careers or something? We've got to see it through. This is what she wants to hear anyway, guys, right? It feels like we're so close to uncovering the truth. We've got to keep going. We can't give up. You've heard it from the captain's mouth, folks. The Nusshie search party won't be stopped. The hunt for the truth must go on. My goodness, you're a handful sometimes. Well, I'll try to help you any way I can. Thanks a bunch, Aya. Then, we're the 3 Nushieteers. Let's go do some investigating together soon. The 3 Nushieteers, go stand in the corner here. Hina. That's the season change picture. Hey, we're doing it. We're doing it. Not only am I maintaining over 6 billion to have the IPO requirements, another population 30K. Cool. That's going to help us. The bigger the town, the bigger the population, the more people. I'm sure the numbers play into that, and over time it just goes up. We got another call, but we seem to be maintaining that by not losing as much. Okay. Our city planner is Zumi Dogo. Hello. It's lovely to see you again. Since I was in the area, I thought I would stop by to say a quick hello and thank you. A thank you? Oh yes, I'm very grateful to your company, you know. Your company's tourism development efforts have brought the local area such a long way. Now it's almost 3 o'clock. Didn't you say that you enjoy having an afternoon snack at this time, Miyaka? Well, I've brought along some sweets for everyone, so dig in. Wow, thank you so much. Aren't these cakes from that super famous pastier in Ginza? No way! People line up first thing in the morning to get their hands on these, and they sell out pretty much straight away. How did you get them? Well, actually, one of the pastiers is a personal friend of mine. I had them bake these especially for all of you. Whoa! Look at all of them. They've got their classic shortcake, the Mont Blanc, the fresh unbaked cheesecake, mini fruit tarts, oh, even the richest chocolate cake. There's plenty for everyone, so please enjoy as many as you'd like. All right, score! Now, which one should I start with? Hina, you're not planning on eating them all by yourself, are you? It's much better to share the calories so you don't gain weight. You're so mean, Aya. Some people say we have a separate stomach for sweets. That must be true in my case. I never seem to gain weight, no matter how much I eat. I wonder where it all goes. Hey, you know where it goes. We all know where it goes. We can see where it goes. I thought you were on my side, but now I'm starting to see you as the enemy. I can't believe, but it's actually working. I'm so happy. I am so excited. We are now making money every month. Finally, Oh my God, I did it. I've done it. We're making money. We are no longer losing money every month. That's fantastic. Oh, I'm so excited. That's so good. You have no idea, because it's like time after time I play this scenario and I fail. And luckily this time around, I've used everything I've learned and I'm making money. It's fantastic. Oh my God. Okay, let's see if we can do that for fast forward through as many years as possible, and maybe we can do the IPO. I don't know. I really don't have much time to keep going, but I am happy that we've turned the red into black. That's really a good moment, turning red into black there. Hey, Captain, what do you think of the story of the Shinto priest told us about the spirit of the lake? Pretty interesting stuff, huh? In order to appease the spirit of the lake, they sank the Shintai, the shrine's sacred object, a kind of spirit repository, into the lake. That must mean that Nusshie really is the spirit of the lake. Things are getting interesting. Let's go investigate the area around the lake next. It's a shame Aya couldn't come, huh? But I guess it can't be helped since her little brother is sick and all. Makoto and Junji were also too busy to join us. Looks like you're the only one I can really count on, Captain. Whatever you need, I'm there, Hina. You're so sweet. I could fall for you, Captain, if I'm not careful. I'm just kidding. Huh? Did you see that? There's a suspicious shadow in the lake. It looks like it was somewhere around the northeast. Let's go. It's huge. It looks like some kind of ancient sculpture. Up close, it kind of seems like a dragon? Oh, could this be the sacred object they sunk into the lake 100 years ago? The Shinto priest said that if you bow to it 3 times, then spin in a circle and clap twice, Nusshie will appear. Let's give it a try. Okay, bow, 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 spin. And finally, 1 clap, 2 claps. Nusshie, you are summoned. Whoa, what's that? Could it really be Nusshie? Look at that. Have you ever seen a whirlpool that big before? It could swallow this island whole. What should we do? Pull her protectively behind you? Hug her to you? Oh, what should we do? Both seem good, right? Hug her to you? Let's give her a hug. Let's hug her. Oh my gosh, Captain's hugging me. This is nice. I feel all warm and fuzzy inside. Thanks, Captain. It looks like Nushie's gone now, so I guess we're okay. I still can't believe it. Nusshie really does exist. I'm dying to tell everyone about what happened here. But it'd suck if Nusshie ended up getting caught and dissected or something. What do you say we keep this secret between us? See? Kind of makes it sound like we're a couple, doesn't it? Just the two of us? Anyway, thanks so much for coming along and helping me search today. I couldn't have found Nusshie without you. Is there a relationship forming between Captain Dr. Iffy? Dr. Ifty? I don't... Captain Dr. Iffy and Hina? I don't know. We'll have to see. So here's the thing. These stocks that we bought, the securities that we bought, are making money. Like, let's take a look at them really quickly, just to see. We have made significant profit. Wow. Massive profit. Massive profit on our Holiday Inn because of the way we've developed the place. Lots of people are moving in, and lots of people need place to stay. So look at the profit gain on the 3 stocks that the 1 stock that we've purchased 4 times. We've purchased 4 million shares of Holiday Inn, and each of them are worth over $1 billion, 1.43 billion yen now. Look at the profit margin gain. So that was a smart move on that part. And if we ever go under 6 billion, I can sell off Holiday Inn as a security, right? I could sell off one of the million shares to put me over that mark to start that IPO. So I bought them on early on, and I knew that once I got around 6 billion, it was going to be tight. But so I wanted to have a few million shares of a stock that would perform well as long as we developed the area properly. Tourism is rising, the population is rising, so therefore the lodging Holiday Inn, people need places to sleep, and people will always need room and board. And so I went on that, and it seems to have been paying off. I've almost doubled my investment into that company. So fantastic. The only thing I regret is not buying more. But at the same time, I was really close to being under 6 billion, which would put me at a point where I couldn't get that IPO if I had the other requirements met. So I didn't want to do that. So, it's hard to say if if that was the right move, not buying more or not. Not buying more. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. Winter solstice is here. We take another picture. We are bringing in. What about we take a look at one of the trains or something? Let's go to the trains and follow the trains now while we watch the time go. Happy New Year. According to this year's economic forecast, we can expect something. I have to go into the dialogue and look at it because it went away too fast. Let's go to the trains. I wanna click on the one that goes through here. I think it's West Train 1. And what I want to do is just sort of watch it. I want to watch it. Okay, well, it's not going to do it. Oh, there it is. Oh my gosh. This was a bad move. It was a bad move. Because we're in fast forward, the train is lightning bolting through the area. So, you know, that's unfortunate. You have to slow it down to get the scenic route and look at it like that. But I got to keep it fast forward mode because I just don't have time and I want to see more. So we're going to get some more story. We have turned a profit. The thing that I would be watching now, see, like right now, I really don't have to do much more building. I can expand, but I've created a scenario that will just continue to get exponential growth. So the more money and profit I make, the more money and profit I'm going to make, if that makes sense. The more money I have now, the more I'm going to be returning. The more people that come in, the more that I'm going to be returning. Like, it was a lot of menuing at the beginning, right? But you see, what I did is I set up the scenario so that I can turn a profit. And I've tried to do this time and time again, and it's finally working, and that's very satisfying to have that payoff. It is a hard game, but once you get it, it's very rewarding and fun. And I really recommend that you guys pick this game up. Miss Dogo from the City Planning Division is here to see you. It seems she has a proposal for you regarding a new business venture the local government is undertaking. And the storylines are so cute, right? Like, you have this little pseudo relationship with Hina if you want it. And I think that's adorable. And like, the story writing is really good. And considering it's been translated into English, I haven't found any like real translation errors besides a very few minor times where like they say as twice, or they say like a or to twice. Like, there was 3 incidents in the tutorial where I found a small typo in the text, but other than that, it's been pretty stellar translation into English. So I can say the translation is very good. What's our new undertaking? Hello, it's lovely to see you again. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to meet with me today. As I'm sure you are already aware, the revitalization of the entire region has already begun thanks in no small part to your company's assistance. As such, we can expect a large influx of people moving here from other regions, and the City Planning Division has decided to start preparing for the increased housing demand in advance. We are putting forward a plan to rezone Nakatsu and increase the number of residential districts in the area. This should add more people. This should be great. That is why I'm here today. We would like to request that your company execute this plan in our stead. Specifically, we would like you to get Nakatsu's residential economy level to 10 billion yen within 6 years. I believe that this will be a good opportunity for your company as well, as it will help improve your image in the eyes of the regional community. The local government is also prepared to help fund the project, providing you with a grant of 5 billion yen. Incidentally, as this plan was not included in the original resort plan, please don't feel persuaded to take it on if it's simply too much for you to handle. We certainly wouldn't want your participation to affect the resort development project, so please ensure that your decision takes your circumstances into account. So I am going to respectfully turn this down because we are in a position where we don't need an influx of cash, and we do have security for 4.5 billion if we need to inject that into our cash flow liquid cash flow. Also, this would apply extra strain on us, and we just are not going to do that. So we're going to turn that down. Unfortunately, it is a cool side quest, but we're having a problem completing our main quests. So we don't want to add more confusion and mess up. And right now we are going down a path that we're making profit, and it's getting better and better. So we don't want to throw a wrench into our machine. So we're going to turn that down, even though 5 billion is a nice number. We're going to say no to that. And the accounting Makoto Goshiki says, I second that. We need to prioritize the current project. We cannot afford to fail. Our company's entire existence is at stake, after all. I understand. It's a shame, but I suppose it can't be helped. We'll manage. Now, please excuse me. I've taken up enough of your time today. So she's not super happy with me, but we need to, you know, keep our priorities straight. And at this point, we are making 210 million yen every month, and it's rising. And if we were able to sustain a certain amount for 2 years, we will be and have 6 billion plus, maybe more by the time that it goes around. I think I want to stay over 7 billion, and I have security to keep that over 7 billion. If we're able to do that, I think it's 2 years. I've never been able to do the IPO, be honest with you. You go to plans, and you go new plan, and you go, you select initial public offering, but we're unable to retain 1 billion in earnings because we're not there yet. We are only retaining 240 million. But you see it's exponentially getting faster and higher. So I predict this year we will be able to reach that, and then we can sustain that. Hey, another achievement, 200,000 tourists. That's really good. I think we need, let's look at our reports to see how close we are to that. We have 1.8 million people a year using Nusshie Hot Springs. So that's great. This looks like it's on track to be done within, we have 5 more years essentially. Well, a little less than that. We have like almost 5 years. Town's population has increased. That's good. Keep it moving. And so I think all we would have to do to complete this scenario is play it longer. Like, we really just play it longer because we've already done all the work to win. We just have to get this to 1 billion. I don't want to miss this, so I'll take this call. Get our gross margin to 1 billion, maintain that, start an IPO, and then our credit score will go from C to AAA over time. And also the amount of people who use the Nusshie Hot Springs station will go up to 5 million by that time. So I imagine within 3 to 4 years, we would complete this scenario successfully. Ta-da! Check it out, Aya. I bought that new instant yakisoba that just went on sale. Instant yakisoba? Don't you just pour hot water over it and wait 3 minutes, like with instant ramen? Nope. Instant yakisoba has many pitfalls that first-time eaters can fall into. For example, you can't put the sauce in the hot water because you drain the water. Do that and you'll end up with a weak sauce. Yes, a weak sauce. A weak sauce, yeah, yakisoba. I like that. Weak sauce, that's the saying in English. And tearing off the lid right off the bat will just end in tragedy. There's a bunch of little holes in the corner of the lid for you to use to drain the water out. So drain first, tear later. Plus, the hot water hitting the bottom of the sink will make it expand and create a loud noise that can scare you silly, even if you're prepared for it. Come on, it's not that difficult. All you have to do is make it according to the instructions. True. Anyway, I made this for everyone to try out together, so dig in. Oh, this is delicious. They're having noodles here too, honey. It reminds me of the yakisoba I used to get from stalls as a kid. The sauce is really flavorful. It's a pretty darn good reproduction of the real thing. Wait a sec, yakisoba are fried noodles, right? Can these really still be called yakisoba, even if they're not fried? That's a good point, but yeah. Oh, if you look on the packet, it actually says yakisoba flavored. Well, there you go. Still, it's amazing that we are able to create the same flavor without actually stir-frying the noodles, huh? So it's like when you add smoke flavor to things, not as good, but still like can have a good flavor if it's done right. If it's mixed properly. I really, really want to continue this. I think I have to just push a little bit longer because I know I can beat this scenario and it'll be so satisfying to do it. Fast forward as fast as possible. We've got to see this. We've got to see this happen. I really, really, really want to see this happen. We are making so much money. We're making 300 million yen a month, and I'm doing no changes. Okay, we have a deficit. Our operating costs are here, but look, our net loss is 267 million for some things. But if we look at our overall money, we're making money. How are we making that extra money here? Gross margin 300 million. Yeah, operating loss. Okay, so look, we're making this 300 million. Our operating Selling is 1.9 billion, but we're losing 1.6. So we're making that there. And we can have a detailed list here. This is what I was looking for. These are more details. I like how it shows you this. It breaks down. It can help you find where you're losing money. We had to do this earlier, but I need to fast forward. So that was unfortunate. The year started, what year? What is it? April. Okay, so the fiscal year restarts in April. So it looked like we were losing, but we're actually making money. So this is yearly. This is our yearly then. Oh, okay, our taxes. We had taxes. We had to pay taxes. So it's April, right? So we're gonna have to pay taxes. That's gonna hit us for some money, but we should maintain 7 billion. I do firmly believe we should be okay. And as we are still making money, I'm sure that if I had more time, I would be doing more stuff, right? I wouldn't just be hovering over Nushiro Station and Hot Spring Station and watching people come in and not maintaining anything. But like, I want to see this and see if I'm able to go and continue to make profit, and how far that takes me. Let's take this call. And I want to see more stories. Ouch. I'm sorry. It's a little embarrassing. My younger siblings have really gotten into the Ultra Metamorphin Masked Rangers series recently. I went to visit for the weekend. Go, go, Metamorphin Power Rangers! They just made me be the 5th Ranger and do hero poses with them until we got it right. So I'm really sore right now. Yeah, but it was a lot of fun, wasn't it? I'm surprised to hear you say that, Hina. Things got a bit out of hand after that, didn't they? I'm sorry, okay? But that was an accident. It wasn't anyone's fault. Hina was playing along too, but she got a bit into it and ended up damaging one of the screen doors. My parents were furious. It was a bit of an ordeal. I haven't been scolded like that in a long time. Didn't expect to hear things like, "You're an adult, so start acting like it." Sounds like you had fun. Personally, I think that playing along with the kids is also kind of part of being an adult. It was nice to feel like a little kid again. You're such a liar. You were more into it than my siblings were. Shh. Anyway, it was fun. She's young at heart. She's a young at heart businesswoman. Guys, I love you so much. Thank you for tuning into the live stream. I've been streaming for 3 hours. I was only going to originally stream for 2. I've got to end it now. I'm out of time. It's really late. It is 2 a.m. for me now. I have to go to bed. Thank you so much. I really appreciate this entire thing. We paid 500 million yen in taxes, but like I said, we're still over 7 billion. We paid our taxes. I do predict that this run, this playthrough, would see me to successfully completing our tasks. All I'd have to do is play for another hour or so, which I don't have. I have to go to sleep. So I'm going to end the live stream now. You can see that we are getting, this is for this year. So like it will rack up. At the end of last year, we had almost, or maybe it was over 2 million because it was 1.9 and then a lot happened. So if we are barely within the first month and we've got 500,000, I predict maybe not this year, but the following year. So that would be year 3 of the 6 years we're allotted. We would definitely get that 5 million and more. And I think over the next year, we would be able to start an IPO, which would raise our credit score over year 3 to 4. So I would say within another hour to 2 hours, just even if I did nothing else, most likely, I mean, I don't know if this scenario throws loops at you. I haven't beat this scenario yet. But I imagine if I were to continue this scenario for another 1 to 2 hours, I would beat it. It would happen. Because at this point, I've got the infrastructure set up and it's gonna work. So she's taking a reference photo. But I'm going to end the live stream now. Love you guys very much. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're on the Steam product page, please check out my YouTube channel. It is youtube.com/driftwoodgamingmv. That is youtube.com/driftwoodgamingmv, as in RPG Maker MV, which is where I started my channel originally. I've made hundreds of tutorials for RPG Maker MV. And once again, this live stream has been brought to you by Dejica Games. They have sponsored this and asked me to stream this. I've had a ton of fun, and I've worked with Dejica Games for a while, and I absolutely love them. They're a great publisher. You guys should show your support. Purchase this game if you're interested in it. Give it a try. I recommend it. I think it is a good game. If you get over the learning curve, you got to give it a little bit of time, right? Because everything is not immediately clear. But play the first 2 scenarios. They have a little green, like leaf on the left side. And if you play through those in earnest, you will know how to play the game because they're built very well. But you know, you have to go and spend a little bit of time learning. And if you do that, you will enjoy the game. I firmly believe if you know, considering if you like these types of games. I mean, obviously it's a niche type of thing, but there is a big enough audience that they keep getting made. These have been being made. This types of game have been being made for decades now. It's a long running series, and I think this is the best one made. I haven't like played them all, but I've looked at the other ones and researched them, and this one is a nice culmination of a lot of the features. The characters are super cute. The dialogue is written and translated very well. Thumbs up from me. I highly recommend it. Come join us on the YouTube channel. I also have a Discord. You can discord.gg/driftwoodgaming and come join us. We have thousands of members and hundreds of people online at all times, and they're mostly game developers, but a lot of them are just come and hang out and chill and talk. And I'd love to have you guys go hang out with us. We're going to end it now. Thank you guys so much for coming. Please purchase this game. Show your support to Dejica Games and the developer Arts Dink. Love you guys very much. We'll see you in the next one. Goodbye. I'm going to save it because I do plan to beat this. It will be beaten. All I really have to do is just keep fast forward. Still over 7 billion. We paid our taxes. I do. Bye guys on YouTube. Thank you so much.